weakness for weakness. So it'll be very interesting how things progress. But we have no time to waste. Let's head immediately into the center where we have Charvi Bhatt with the match referee and the two captains for the all-important toss.
Good evening and welcome to the ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by FanCode, and this is presented to you by SkyExchange.net, and welcome to match number 39 in this very exciting league. And here in Dubai, we're coming to you live from Dubai. We've had a little bit of rain today, so there are going to be slightly different conditions. Let's get into the toss very quickly. The game today between Mid-East Metals and 7 Districts. We've got the two captains, Haider Ali from 7 Districts and Khurram Khwaja from Mid-East Metals. And we've got our match referee, Mr. Tiskin, and we've got the coin. The coin is going to be tossed by 7 Districts.
Tails.
Tails is the call.
It is head.
It's a head. What would you like to do?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, हम बैटिंग करेंगे पहले.
आप बैटिंग करेंगे. कोई स्पेशल रीजन?
नहीं, कोई स्पेशल रीज़न तो नहीं है. पिच इज़ लुक्स रियली गुड फॉर द बैट ऑन फर्स्ट, और हमारी जो बॉलिंग है वो बहुत अच्छी है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. तो इन केस फॉर एग्जांपल कुछ रन कम भी होते हैं तो इंशाल्लाह हम उसको डिफेंड कर सकते हैं.
कोई टारगेट होगा मन में? आप बैटिंग पहले करेंगे तो?
पिच अच्छा है इंशाल्लाह. जिस तरह की हमारी बॉलिंग है, कोशिश करेंगे कि 170 इस पिच पे जो है वो करने की कोशिश करेंगे. कि बैटिंग भी बहुत अच्छी हमारी, लेकिन जो हमारी जो मेन स्ट्रेंथ है वो बॉलिंग है, तो हम उस पे जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह.
विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू.
खुर्रम साहब, कुछ अलग करना चाहते थे आप?
No, we were also looking to ball first, so it pretty much works out.
So you're much of the chasers in the previous games that we saw as well. I did notice that your team does like to chase.
Yes, getting a set target, every batsman is ready and know what to do exactly, so we can plan the batting order also accordingly. Setting up target this season is not really fun for us so far, so chasing is something which is working for us.
Got a total in mind that you'd like the opposition to be restricted at?
Hopefully below 160, and we should be okay to chase that.
Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.
So the news from the 7 center is 7 Districts have won the toss and they are going to get into bat first.
Top stuff there, Chavi. So news from the center is that 7 Districts have won the toss and elected to bat first. Let's run through the two team lineups for you. For 7 Districts, it's Mohammad Haider, Shehzad Ali, Haider Ali the captain, Mohammad Zameer Abbasi the left arm spinner, Abdul Ghaffar their lead fast bowler, left arm swing bowler, absolute quality player, Raees Ahmed, Shahid Nawaz, he's been having a good tournament, Hafiz Almas, another promising bowling all-rounder, Mohammad Saghir, Farman Ali is the wicketkeeper, and Lahiru Sandruwan makes it into the 11 tonight. And for Mid-East Metals, Khurram Khwaja, the regular captain, Atikur Rahman, stylish wicketkeeper batter, Manal Siddiqui, Noman Khan, Mustafa Ayub, Tehran Khan, their all-rounder, the two all-rounders, Tehran Khan and Ali Anwar. Then you have Kaisar Maharvi, Irfan Ashraf, Hazrat Bilal, recently capped by the UAE national side, back from international duty, and Faizan Awan. Well, joining me in the comm box, what should be a very, very closely fought encounter, it's Sameer Yunus. Good evening, Sameer.
Good evening. Good choice of words, Ahmed. They are closely fought because both these teams in the Group B of this ICC Academy Arabian League 2022-2023, both of them have played for 1-2 and lost 2 each. So this should be an encounter that puts one of them ahead, and they will take it very, very seriously as we bring you live action of yet another game of this long tournament that has had some very, very exciting games, some close finishes, some not so close ones, and we've had some really, really good action, and we look forward to have more of those as we go into the ending months of this year. It's the holiday season. What better way to spend it than to engage and watch some exciting cricket coming all the way here from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates at the ICC Academy Oval Grounds too.
Right, then the two 7 districts openers are out there in the middle. To the left of your screen is Farman Ali, and on the right, on with the green pads, it's Lahiru Sandurwan into the side and immediately opening up top, and it will be Tehran Khan Niazi taking the new ball for 7 districts from the school end. So 7 districts, their batting has been slightly hit and miss throughout the Arabian Cricket League. At times the openers have really scored big runs, other times they've been shot out very quickly. Hopefully they can step up to the mark tonight, Samir.
Yeah, they're a top order heavy batting team, and every time they've come across a good, strong, solid bowling unit, they've been exposed, if I can use that word, because remember, both their losses coming against 2 quality sides, Future Mattress and Pacific Group, and we know that both those teams have some very good bowlers. So here Farman Ali and Lahiru will be looking to try and spend some time in the middle, get those runs under their belt. 7 district, as you said, are a little shy on their batting side, and tonight is a good opportunity for these two to get them off to a good start and put a total on board that their bowlers can defend. They've got a very good bowling side, but for that they'll need to put some decent runs on the board, which is what these two openers will be looking to do. The red pads, Farman Ali will be facing Tehran Khan, who will open the bowling for Mid East Metals.
Yeah, quality bowler gets that ball to seam in sharply off the deck, so he will enjoy the surface, and it looks to be pretty cool, clear evening. No signs of dew so far. Whatever humidity there was has been cleared out with the rainfall today. So action is underway. Immediately struck on the pads, big appeal and given. Well, disaster for 7 districts. Farman Ali caught plumb in front.
Laying across the line there.
So the new batter coming in at 3 very early indeed is Shehzad Ali, powerful striker of the ball. And once again 7 districts, they're batting, their top order not being able to step up to the mark. Peach of a delivery from Tehran Khan, right on the money, playing across the line. Farman Ali and umpire Asif Iqbal had absolutely no hesitation. So they're immediately in rebuild mode here, Samir.
Yeah, we've been told just now that it's a newly made pitch out here, so probably the bowlers will get that assistance early on. I mean, they've always got that assistance early on here at the ICCA Academy, but more so because it's a fresh pitch, they generally like to leave a bit of grass in there, and every time a bowler nicely pitches it up with a seam up front, they will get some purchase.
Beats the outside edge, another Jaffa from Tehran Khan. Not much feet movement there from Shehzad Ali. Yes, we have this policy at the ICC Academy. We only allow 3 matches per pitch. So when that time limit runs out, we take a day off, and then the maintenance and renovations are done. So that's why these pitches have a lot of juice, very sporting wickets.
Yeah, you need that, don't you? In a high profile contest like this, you need competitiveness for both the bowler and the batter. Nobody stays out of the game.
Down the leg side, brilliant keeping by Atikur Rahman. They will scamper for a bye, but he's certainly saved 4 wides there.
A good call by Lahiru there, seeing that the keeper had a bit of a fall in saving that. Managed to cross over, for that will be 2 wides then which brings Lahir Sandharuan to strike. So easy to remember Lahir.
Yeah, he would have been quite useful. Solid, dogged left-hand opener. Scored plenty of runs for Sri Lanka in all formats. I still remember that 100 he made in the 2014 Asia Cup final to our damage done to my national team, but fine player, very fine player. Meanwhile, another fine player is Lahiru Sandharuan, back in the side. Oh, and he's been struck on the back pad. Look at that swing, and that could have been a run out as well. Despairing dive from Shehzad Ali.
Oh, what an eventful over this is turning out to be. The Haran, he got one to nip back in the first ball, the second one not so much, then a wide, and now really troubling the batters here. Lahiru Sandharuan looking clueless with that in dipper. Went for a quick single, Shahzad wanted it. In the end, he made it safely. So no runs off the bat as yet.
And he stayed leg side of the ball, thankfully, did not step into it. Otherwise, he may have been in trouble as well. Once again, big in swing down the leg side, and Atikur Rahman, bit of a hobble there. Might be a slight concern.
Yeah, that happens, doesn't it? When you get that extra movement, you want to be right on the money. Start from that fourth stump channel. When you straighten too much, you tend to get those leg side wides. So 7 District don't mind. Haven't had the best of starts. These extras will help them settle those nerves a little bit.
Yeah, it has been a torrid start for sure. Look at that bounce. Just sparring at that one. Not even getting close, to be honest.
They're yet to hit the bat. Just back of a length, and that bounce that you mentioned almost surprised Shehzad. Not much of a move on the crease, is he? Shehzad, he likes to stay where he is and try and play away from his body. His timing and technique is what he relies on.
This time swinging away and given as a wide. So he's been getting that ball to hoop around prodigiously, Tehran Khan Niazi. And he's provided early wickets for Mid East medals throughout the Arabian Cricket League.
Yeah, what's interesting here is that he's also now getting to move away from the right hander. So we saw him bowl a couple of in-dippers to the right handers, and now he's getting it away, which means he can bowl both those deliveries, which is a fantastic skill to have, but you've got to be on the money. It's all good when you have the skill, but you don't have control, it can cost you.
Oh, just flicked away towards fine leg, bit of an inside edge. It kissed the pad on the way as well, but they will pick up a priceless boundary.
And the first
Yeah, he'll take that all day. But like you mentioned, playing around his front pad, that's a very risky tactic. Oh, had a dash at that one. Once again, feet movement wasn't that great. Got away with it. 9 for 1 at the end of an entertaining first over. Mustafa Ayub, young pacer, will be sharing the new ball with Tehran Khan. They do have Hazrat Bilal, outstanding fast bowler. It would be worth a thought giving him the new ball. Down the leg side once again. They're just struggling to control the swing here, Samir.
And now he's stretching his arms. Done that a little earlier. You always want to bowl your first ball before the game, not in the game. Always important that you loosen up, get that rhythm going before the match starts. And it's good to see the sweaters out from the fielders and bowlers. It's an indication of the weather that's becoming very nice and pleasant and chilly here in the evenings in Dubai.
We certainly needed that rainfall. It's broken that wave of humid weather. It's really cleared up nicely. Beautiful evening here in Dubai Sports City. Cracked behind point. Beautiful shot from Lahiru. That's a shot of some conviction.
Well, if you notice, he tried and came wide off the crease, and in the end gave too much width. Lahiru is the kind of batter who won't mind that, because he's just punished that over the infield onto the boundary line for a 4.
Positive start from Lahiru. Solidly played that off the back foot as well. Squeezed away to the covers for 1. So his feet are moving quite nicely.
And they like it in the dugout, as you may have heard from our mics. Boundary and then a single, which is what you need to do generally in a situation like this. When the loose ball is offered, whack it away and then cross over for a single and get to the non-striker's end. Good start here by Lahiru. He'll want to continue, get some runs under his belt. He comes with a lot of potential. It's about time that he realized it.
Yeah, we've seen no less than 800s made during the Arabian Cricket League. So it's that kind of ground and that kind of surface. You get in, there are a lot of quick runs on offer if you apply yourself. A bit of a leading edge. What to do extra cover? Chance for a run out and a direct hit. This looks mighty close. Umpire Sunij hasn't given any signal yet, and I think he may have just been safe. Yeah, he's told him he's made it.
What about that for a throw from the covers? At the first instance, I thought they were going to easily make it, but look at that. Brilliant throw that. Oh, that looked closer. That looked very, very close. Not sure what the umpire looked at over there.
That was mighty close indeed. Touch and go. I think Shehzad Ali is a very lucky chap. He can consider that a life. Struck on the pads. Better delivery. Once again they're scampering, and Shehzad Ali, well, he's living on a knife edge here.
Go buy a lottery ticket, Shahzad. It's your day, and if you can't capitalize after this, then it's only his fault, because he's got a couple of chances now. One, a direct hit, a very close call, and this time the fielder just missing, probably by an inch or two. Shehzad Ali now has to make this count. He needs to bat through, make use of these reprieves that he's got tonight.
They look right on their A game tonight. Midis Metals bowling beautifully, working hard in the field. Beats the outside edge once again. Some extra lift off the surface. He looks a promising prospect, young Mustafa Ayub.
Yeah, he seems to have got his radar now. Struggled in the first couple of deliveries with a wide and then a fifth delivery where Lahiru easily put that away. But now he's got that rhythm going. He's hitting the right lengths, back of length this time, getting that extra bounce, really troubling Shehzad Ali. We know Shehzad isn't the kind of batter who likes to move his feet too much. So if you can bowl him on those good lines, you will prize out an edge or maybe a top edge when he tries to pull, because he's a predominantly onside player. That's something he'll look to do.
Struck on the pads, but perhaps down the leg side. Once again a quick single attempted. They will get it in time. So a topsy-turvy over comes to an end. 18 for 1 at the end of 2. So Tehran Khan continues. Successful first over. Upish and beats the mid-off. A shot of some assurance from Shehzad Ali. Goes to the mid-off boundary for 4.
Yeah, that's the length he likes, Shehzad Ali. You bowl full to him and he'll hit you nicely with a straight bat, presenting the full face. That's the kind of batter he is. You give him anything full and he'll go for his shot, and this time he's rewarded with a much needed boundary for 7 District. They were living dangerously. This will just break loose now for them.
Yeah, slightly greedy there perhaps Tehran, looking to really go through his defences. He's been bowling that back of leg so beautifully. Once again forcing shot and edged and taken. The nod from the umpire, and Shehzad Ali trying that cut shot one too many times, and he's paid the ultimate price.
Now, Tehran was selfish in the previous ball. This time Shehzad Ali being selfish, saw the width, wanted to hammer it away, should have got on top of the ball, but he gave it a lot of power but not much timing, and because of that he pays the price with his wicket. So he was there, got a couple of chances with a couple of missed run outs, but this time he doesn't get a chance. 9 of 9 for him. 7 District in a bit of a wobble. 22 for 2.
New batter in is Mohammad Saghir Afridi. Slight demotion for him today, batting at 4. But he's out there in the middle once again. Oh, was that off the boot? Waiting for the umpire signal. He hasn't given anything, so it was off something, and they haven't taken a run either.
Well, send the wicket keeper to the World Cup. He's been diving around, saving those wides. He's had a bit of work to do down the leg side, especially of the batter. Tehran has been a bit indisciplined, but he's got a couple of wickets, so he won't mind. But you've got to be ruthless, don't you? Get those lines right. Every ball, just like we saw Sanchit the other day. Keep at it all the time.
Incredible spell that was last night. Indeed, swung the ball at good pace. Really troubled the Galleon top order. I think he bowled something like 15 dot balls in a 3-over burst in the power play. That's exceptional. Just shows the talent of the lad. Meanwhile, Tehran Niazi 2 for 12. He's been right on the money as well. Quality seam bowler. And no foot movement once again from Saghir Afridi as well. They're all leaden footed deep in the crease.
Yeah, except for the boundary from Lahiru, there's been nothing on the offside. And that's been the problem for 7 District. They're trying to stand and deliver, which is not the way to go on a pitch like this. You need your feet to be moving, get close to the ball. And when you're not getting the boundaries, it's important that you hit them in the gaps and get those singles, keep the scoreboard ticking.
Once again, feet absolutely nowhere. Beautiful length from Tehran Khan Niazi. And they keep looking for those big shots on the offside rather than the glide down to deep third.
Yeah, that's what you need. That's what good batters do. When you know that the bowler is in good form, is getting those lines and lengths perfectly. Just watch it out for a while. Yes, it's his second over. Watch out the spell. There's plenty more time in the game. You still have a decent run rate.
Yeah, you have to back yourself. Give yourself a chance. That's better. Sweetly driven. And they will take a single to mid-off to conclude another excellent over from Tehran Khan Niazi. 23 for 2. Mustafa Ayub continues. Oh, has he edged behind? Yes, he has. Saghir Afridi, his tortuous innings comes to an early end. Gone for one. Sensational delivery from Mustafa Ayub.
Tehran and Ayub have absolutely peppered that back of a length delivery, and they've got good reward for it. This is an exceptional delivery. Again, figuring it out that the batters don't move too much and really cramping them up for room. Mohammad Saghir also becoming a victim of some brilliant bowling here by Mid East Metals. What a start for them. It's 23 for 3. A strong team like 7 District. They'll be looking to close this game as soon as they can now, Mid East Metals.
Rais Ahmed, the new batter, in at 5. His side in all sorts of trouble. Watchfully played, quick single, and yeah, that's nicely done. Well, Lahiru, all this time he's been a spectator while the wickets have been falling around him. What must be going through his mind, Samir Yunus?
Yeah, well, Rais Ahmed has just told him, look, it's back of a length from both the bowlers, and this is what you need to do. What Rais just did. Get behind it, nicely dab it away, and get to the non-strikers end. That's all you need to do. Make the bowler work hard for their wickets. Don't give them away. Lahiru, yes, he's just faced the 4 deliveries, but he's looked solid, although he hasn't really faced the music so much as the other batters have tonight.
Yeah, the thought processes of the batters, especially Shehzad Ali and Mohammad Saghir Afridi, left much to be desired. Were kept throwing the bat at the ball, trying to force it through the offside rather than play with soft hands, glide it behind point, behind third, or drop and run. That is something that Rais Ahmed and Lahiru will have to do, in desperate need of a partnership. Meanwhile, Mustafa Ayub has been very impressive indeed, bowling beautifully and hunting for more wickets. Would like to see a slip in there for him, perhaps. Empty slip cordon. Another forcing shot, beats the point fielder, and to add insult to injury, it's a no ball.
Look, tell you what, Lahiru has been batting on a completely different wicket to the rest of the batters here tonight. That's nicely over it and cut away in that gap between third man and that point fielder. There is a third man, but he's got no chance to cut it off. So a couple of boundaries to him now. He's looking good, Lahiru Sandarwan, tonight.
Yeah, relying on that solid technique, good bat speed, getting close to the ball. Those are the basics of batting in the top order, be it whichever format. You have to apply yourself, give due respect to good bowling.
It's a free hit now, so he'll have to throw that technique away.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see what he does with it. Oh, it's a top edge over the keeper. Fortunate, but he'll take it. 7 Districts will gladly take it.
Yeah, it was one of those wild hoiks. He didn't know where it was going, but it went to the boundary, and that's all that matters to Lahiru Sandarwan. So he's gotten 7 District out of the little hole they were in. Yes, they've lost 3 wickets, but these couple of boundaries are very, very welcome here.
Yeah, just to relieve some of that dot ball pressure Mid East Metals were building. A rare mishap from the bowlers, perhaps striving too hard, seeing a helpful surface where the ball is bouncing, plenty of swing and seam as well.
Well, that's very nicely done, nicely behind it, and gets to the non-strikers. And you spoke of him being a very good player in terms of his footwork and technique. You come to Sri Lanka sometime, Ahmed, then you'll see, you go to any of these schools, these famous schools of cricket, and you'll see hours on end these kids practicing that front foot defense, the back foot defense, the cover drive. The techniques will always be sound. But I feel that's one of the reasons that we've struggled in the T20 arena lately, because a lot of the kids are brought up with being completely technically correct, that the power hitting just goes off. And that's why a lot of the debate right now is around finding that balance.
Very true. Well said. This time Race watchfully. Once again, looking slightly dodgy running between the wickets, but they erred on the side of caution there. Yeah, it certainly is a fine balance, because you can perhaps make a T20, a natural T20 player, evolve him to a longer format player, but doing it vice versa is a lot more difficult.
And I'll give you a good example of that. Dinesh Chandimal is a fine cricketer, very technically sound, makes tons of runs in the Test and ODI format, but he's never found success in the T20 arena because it relies on his technique so much that the power hitting, cross batted shots, those big hits just don't come to him naturally. Last ball of the over from Ayub.
Oh, it's a top edge once again. Keeper! Oh, he's put it down. Well, you can see he's hobbling. He's not at his 100%, but that was a straightforward catch for a keeper of Atikur Rahman's quality.
Yeah, went right up that one. The keeper was interested throughout until maybe he got to it and then maybe pulled the muscle. Yes, looks like, I hope it's not a hamstring, but it may just be a cramp there. His teammates are out there helping him out, but it's the end of the fourth over. 35 for 3 with a chance put down.
So we've had a lengthy injury stoppage. It's Atikur Rahman who unfortunately cannot continue. Has to be taken off the field. I think Manal Siddiqui has donned the gloves now for Midis Metals. Hopefully it won't have a big impact on the game for them. But Atikur Rahman, his batting is certainly something that they rely heavily on. So hopefully he'll be okay to wield the willow. Looks unlikely though. He's walking very gingerly off the field. And it looks like Tehran Khan Niazi will bowl the third over on the trot. I think that's a good move.
Indeed, yeah, when you're bowling well, when you're in good rhythm, it's only fair that you get that extra over. And the captain will obviously want another wicket. They can really push back 7 District here.
Nicely played. Got close to the ball to the left of point. Irfan Ashraf there with the big dive. So they've had to reconfigure themselves in the outfield. Let's see if it has an impact.
I think Raiz has walked in and really come with a plan. He's decided that he's not going to do what his predecessors did, at least, not go for those rash strokes, because he can't afford to, obviously, 3 wickets down. He's just going to nick them around, get those singles and try and get Lahiru on strike, who's looked really good today, better than anyone else who's batted.
Yeah, 10 off 7 so far for Lahiru. Oh, this time it's been spliced. Nobody at mid-wicket. Well, the commentator's curse almost sent him back to the dugout as well. That was a very poor shot.
Apologies to my fellow countrymen. They didn't want to get you out there, Lahiru, but yeah, not the right shot to play. There was curling into him. Maybe got the upper part of the bat, and that's why he didn't really get that distance. Fell inside the 30-yard circle. Had there been a catching mid-wicket, would have been an early night for him too. So
just a deep third and deep square leg for Tehran Khan. I would like to see another slip in there. Oh, once again coming into him, looking for that ramp behind point, but that swung in big time.
Yeah, too close to cut that. Should have been nicely behind it and played straight down the ground. Choosing to play that cut shot. Tehran has been really getting some superb shape into the right-hander. Ayub also, we saw not much of movement, but he's kept it very tight. So there's a very good spell from the 2 fast bowlers.
And they also have the likes of Hazrat Bilal, Ali Anwar to come in the seam bowling department. So the bases are well covered. Well, interesting move. They've taken out a fielder and put him at mid-wicket for that swipe played earlier by Lahiru. Oh, that's cut him in half. How is that missed the sticks? Chance for a run out. And a left-handed throw from Manal there. That would have been an incredible run out.
What a lovely in-swinger. Raiz Ahmed absolutely clueless there. Again looking to cut. But there was nowhere close to be cut. It was just coming into him and above the stumps. Not sure how it missed the bail there. Very close to it. The run is on song.
Well, if I'm the captain of British Metals, I'll give him another over here. The way he's bowling, he looks absolutely dead on to get another scalp. 2 for 16 on the day. Fantastic bowling, maximizing the conditions and the new ball. And he's had 7 districts in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, why not? When you've got 2 relatively new batters unsettled here, might as well give your best bowler in the night, finish his spell off. Maybe if you can pick 1 more wicket up, that'll be a brilliant start, a brilliant power play for Mid East Metals.
Oh, had a dip at that one. It was full, it was wide, but perhaps looked to hit it too hard there.
It was there to be hit, Lahiru. The right choice, but the wrong execution. Going a little too hard and a little too early, I thought. Could have been top of that rather than getting under it.
And of course, you can watch all of the Arabian Cricket League action on the ICC Academy Facebook page, on Fan Code in India, and of course, the CricTracker channel on YouTube. All matches live streamed, every single ball, every single moment. Well, once again, a forcing shot off the back foot. Bit of an appeal there. Tehran thought he heard something, but the umpire gave him a quick shake of the head. Not out.
A polite inquiry, that one. Not so much of an appeal, but another good over by Tehran comes to an end. It's 5 overs, 7 district, really under the pump, 38 for 3. Ayub will continue, and he's bowled a lovely spell so far. Oh, that's another quick single at point, but they'll cross over quite comfortably in the end. So Mideast Metals sticking to their strengths and going with pace. In fact, it's Faizan Awan who has been brought into the attack. So going with pace. First change there in the bowling lineup, and a change here in the com box. I've got the 4 Vs. Charvi is in the house.
Thank you so much, Sam. How exciting has this been? 3 quick wickets have fallen, and this time round that's hit him on the foot there. Good looking Yorker and a chance at the non-striker's end, though the ball was far away, but that throw was fiery.
He's cranking it up, Faizan. He's looked the fastest bowler on display tonight. Some serious pace, and the batters clearly struggling. Look at that, through his legs, almost nutmegged him. But they are able to cross over for a single, and that would have been really close.
Well, I think we've got a little bit of an injury as well, and just a quick check there, that must have hit him, and hit him hard, and yes, he's on the ground, and he gets a little bit of treatment as well. So Faizan, quick treatment there for Lahiru. He's on 11 of 10. Short pitch delivery, pulled away in the air, couple of bounces, the ball will reach the rope, and welcome 4 runs there, courtesy Lahiru.
In fact, it was Rais Ahmed there who pulled that away. It looked the most convincing shot that we've seen tonight, actually. Short of a length, Faizan, and Rais will say thank you. I've been waiting for a ball like that, and there's no protection whatsoever. We're still in the power play, just 3 more balls to go. So lots of spaces, which 7 District unfortunately haven't been able to really capitalize. Now the third man, the fine leg comes up, and deep square leg is dropped.
43 for 3. This is the final over of the power play. Good land this time, will cut it away. We'll find the fielder at point. This is good bowling from Mideast Metals. Very good bowling.
Yeah, they've found the right channels to bowl to. That's the most important thing. It's important that you assess the conditions early in the game, because if you're going to take time to figure out what your right lengths are, then the chances are that you've already gotten punished and wasted too much time trying to figure things out. But they've assessed early, and they're making good use of it.
Run rate just around 8 runs and over. Faizan once again comes in. This time wanted to scheme it away, but will go straight into the hands of the keeper. Good bowling this once again.
Yeah, except for the pull shot that was played the 2 deliveries ago, the back of a length has worked wonders for Mideast Metals. They've bowled really well, and as a result have been able to pick up 3 good wickets. First one, of course, in swinger curling in and LBW, but the other 2 outside edges straight to the keeper, thanks to that back of a length bouncy delivery. Faizan trying the same here to replicate that success. But that tipped in, slightly fuller, strikes the bat, and that will be a leg by signal by the umpire. So end of a power play, a very good one for the bowling side for 7 Medes Metals. It's 44 for 3.
So 44 for 3. The end of the power play. Run rate at this run rate around 7.5. They'll get close to 150. That's not what 7 District would want. They said they've got a great bowling lineup. Any score close to 170, 180, they're going to be able to successfully defend. And what we see here, the keeper, we've got a change in the helmet for the keeper. Very, very interesting that. Rais 9, Lahiru 15.
Now, white helmet for the keeper. How often do you see that in cricket?
Full coverage, that too. A very baseball looking helmet. And we've got Khurram Khwaja, the skipper, who's taken the onus to continue with the bowling from the far end. Let's see what he can crack through.
Oh, that's been cut away nicely between point and third man, and that'll be a couple. In fact, they're going for a third for the throw. So very good running this by Raiz and Lahiru. They'll pick up 3 where it should have just been 2. So Khurram Khwaja really just giving it that flight. You know, when the keeper put on that helmet, I assumed that he must be the kind of bowler that just fires it in and he wants to save his face. But it turns out it's the opposite.
Gets the ball into the air for a long time. By the time it lands down, the batsman's got plenty of time to think what he wants to do. Once again, short pitch would want to pull that away.
And that can be really annoying sometimes to a batter, because you're sometimes relying on the pace, you're relying on the length, the ball to come on nicely to the bat, but here you have to wait an eternity till the ball gets to you and then decide. Sometimes when you think too much, have too much time to think where you want to hit it, you end up playing in the wrong place.
Absolutely. Pace can be deceiving. Flatter again this time will pull it away. This is going towards the cow corner and will reach the fence for 4.
I'll tell you, they've had a torrid power play, 7 District. Now they'll look at this over and say, look, Rais Ahmed, they'll have a discussion and they say, this is where we capitalize. We'll have to be smart. We'll have to go after Khurram Khwaja and maybe another bowler if you can target them. Find out who their weak links are maybe. But no, you can't feel like that at this level. Should have been a better effort there in the deep.
Over number 7 this. Some runs have come in this over. They'll be thankful of that. Once again, the ball's in the air. Nobody at that catching mid-wicket. The throw comes in very, very quickly as well.
So 9 runs off this over already. That's what they'll be looking at from here on. If they can go at about 10 per over, on your screen it says 186. 7 District will fancy getting there. And as you said earlier at the toss, they did say they've got a very good bowling lineup. Short of a length again. Pulled away. There is a field at square leg, so he'll cut it off for just a single. So good comeback after that boundary from Khurram Khwaja.
He's got one more delivery. Tad bit expensive. Has already given away 10 runs in this over. Comes in once again. Slowish. Pulled away. One bounce. Over the long one fence for 4 to end the over. 7 gone. 59 for 3.
Yeah, another long hop there by Khurram Khwaja. Enough time for Rais Ahmed to power that away behind him. The field that long on is a little too wide. Therefore, it will go with the boundary. 1 bounce. So good over there for 7 District. They needed that 7 overs, 59 for 3.
So for Mid-East metals, we've got a UAE feather, Hazrat Bilal, who's been brought into the attack from the ICCA Academy end. And let me tell all our listeners who are hearing us at this moment, he's just come back from a series from Nepal. Played there for the UAE.
Yeah, they lost that series UAE 2-1, so he'll be fresh off that experience. Would have learnt a few lessons as with Bilal. Good bit of pace there, angling in just like the other bowlers, other pacemen have got tonight. So Rahiru, solid as ever. He'll look to now bat through the 20 overs. He's got the keys to this total that 7 District are trying to put up here. If he can bat through and the rest of the batters bat around him, they can get to that 180 mark that they're looking for.
59 for 3. This partnership worth 36 runs, and after those 3 quick wickets that fell, this partnership very, very key for 7 District. Short pitch delivery. He wanted to pull it away, but a fiery one.
They've got a good few bowlers, 7 District. They'll be looking at this and thinking, well, the back of a length is working. You got guys like Abdul Ghaffar, Hafiz Almas. If they've got serious gas, if they can pitch it down there on that good length spot, back of a length spot rather, there'll be seriously trouble in the mid-east batters. So it's going to be a good encounter. These two teams, almost equally poised, one might say. Both of them have played for 1-2, lost 2. Both of them have lost to the 2 good teams in the tournament, Pacific Group and Future Mattress. So this is an even contest, one might say.
Absolutely even contest at this point. That's up in the air. Will fall short of the fielder at deep mid wicket. They get just that single. We'll have got to create these chances at this stage in this partnership. Key for 7 Districts, and yes, key to be broken for Mid-East medals. They will be looking to see how they can pierce through it.
Yeah, as far as these two batters are concerned, they'll be looking for this partnership to go on. 37 already between these two. And they'll want to at least bat till about the 14th, 15th over. They've got a few hitters down the order, mind you. Those 2 names that I mentioned who can bowl with some gas can also hit the ball a long distance. Hafiz Almas, man of the match in the previous game against Emirates NBD, scored a quick fire 39 to see his team over the line. That's nicely done. Back of a length, got big on him, but very nicely guided to that fielder, third man for a single.
Not a bad over this for Hazrat. 4 deliveries, just the 2 runs have come from it so far. But can he get a breakthrough? That is something that's going to be important. Mid-East medals. They've got to constantly screw that pressure in, time and again, ball after ball.
You played a few games, and I don't mean few, for the national team in UAE. Let me ask you the question that I want to ask after this delivery. Who looks for that big heave, Lyro? A real shot in aggression for the first time. Yeah, that's the shot he should have played. Not a cross, but with a straight bat. That's what was there to be hit. So coming back to the question, what I see a lot over here, which is uncommon in our part of the world, is a lot of the tournaments, naturally because of the heat factor, are played under lights. What would you prefer? Under lights or in the day when it's clear, we can see the ball well?
Okay with both. Back in the day, we didn't have the luxury of playing under the lights, so we played a lot of our cricket during the day, out in the sun, in the heat. So pretty much used to that. Played through the summer, but definitely okay to play in the under the lights as well. Hazrat once again comes into bowl, fuller delivery this time, a Yorker length and a dot delivery. So just the 2 coming from it. 8 gone, 61 for 3.
So another spinner being introduced, Kaisar Maharvi from the school end. So 2 spinners now have been introduced for the Middle East Metals. Let's see what he has to offer. Pulled away once again. Rais Ahmed has really liked that shot. Every time it's been dropped short, he's been quick on his feet, quick on with his hands, and peppered that region down at mid-wicket.
Kaisar has the ability to fire a couple of deliveries in. He's got a couple of variations as well. Slower through the air this time.
Well, he's placed his field quite well, that's for sure. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, that's where the 2 balls have gone so far. And now that you say he fires it in, now the white helmet makes sense, Jarvi. Wicket-keeper taking his precautions.
Well, is he going to fire this one in is the question. And we'll know that in a moment. There you go. Fuller this time.
And once again it's down to that deep mid-wicket fielder. So good bowling, good one so far, good lines so far. They haven't been able to do much, these 2 batters, but they won't mind this. In the rut that they've in, 30 odd for 3. They've dragged it to 64 for 3. This partnership now 41. It's been good so far for 7 district, but they'll have to keep doing this at least until about the 15th over. But Lahiru has other plans. He's hammered that up in the air. I think it'll fall safely. Yes, it does. Not in full control of that shot, but they'll get a couple. So maybe too early to go for shots like that.
And that's the beauty about some of these deliveries that are slow through the air. Tend to become a bit tentative to get onto it. 66 for 3 now. Fuller this time. Once again, up in the air, will land in the similar position. Falling short of the fielder, coming in from backward, deep backward point. And just they will get a couple.
Yeah, these 2 are the bowlers that these 2 batters will want to now try and target. Khurram Khaja being the first one and Kaisar being the other one. They know that they don't offer too much, just a bit of straight stuff, but Kaisar has been really good. Hasn't really allowed any loose deliveries. But Lahiru and Rais will target them. Another quick single. Bit of a fumble, but it'll just be a single, so no real cost there for that fumble. 8 off his first over for Kaisar. 9 done. It's 69 for 3.
So we've got a spinner coming in from here as well. Anwar has been brought into the attack from the academy end. Starts off with just that single. Rais Ahmed, he's on 24 of 18. Lahiru 25 of 23. Not a bad partnership. This worth 47 runs. 70 for 3 on board. Fiery this, that's in the air, will pass the fielder and the ball will run away. Coming into the ropes towards us. A 4.
Yeah, much needed boundary for 7 district. They've been looking for that big shot all this while. They tried to target the spinner, Kaisar. Anwar has been introduced to the attack and he offers a easy picking delivery there for Rais Ahmed to put it away. So now he's moved on to 28 of 19, a healthy strike rate for him. Lahiru has been the quiet collector, the not so healthy strike rate in a T20 format, 25-23, but he won't mind that. He's done some damage control. Oh, that's been swatted away onto the offside. No fielders in the deep there, and that'll be another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries. Anwar early on in the over under pressure.
Not a lot of variation of pace. All that they are doing is using the pace of the ball. It's exactly what's been ordered. 78 on board already. We're getting to inching closer to the halfway mark of this innings. Comes in once again. Good looking drive down the ground for a single. They've got to play deep. They've got to play all the way through the 20th. They've got the wickets in hand. And these two are looking good.
Yeah, 10 of his 4 deliveries. Anwar will want to finish well here. They've had 7 District on the back foot, but now slowly it's slipping away from them. 79 for 3 now. That's gone high up in the air. Will that be taken? No. It's just going to land on that 30 yard. In fact, it's even inside the 30 yard circle, so no real distance on that. Lahiru looking to power that away. But just gets a single off that ball.
So 80 for 3. Anwar, expensive. He's given away 11 runs. Will dig it out there towards the offside for a single to end the over. Halfway through the mark, 10 gone, it's 81 for 3. So Kesar to continue, and to continue the proceedings of the commentary. But before that, one bounce over the cover fence for 4. Good shot that, and to appreciate that with me, I have got in the comm box, as Sam takes a break, I've got Ahmed Khwaja.
Good evening, Chavi. Thank you for that lovely welcome and a beautiful shot. Rais Ahmed slapping that over extra cover. Partnership has grown to 62 runs. So the pitch has slightly flattened out and the so-called inferior bowlers are operating right now. Kesar Maharvi needs to bowl it a lot straighter there. $85 for 3. Oh, he's hit this in the air. Has it got the distance on it? Oh, just over Tehran Khan Niazi. Valiant effort, but it just had enough legs to go for a maximum.
Went really high up in the air. Let's have a look at that. And was in the air for a long, long time. And just got it over. And they're going after Kesar.
Very close indeed. This time hard pull down the ground. There is a long on in place though, Ali Anwar. So they've taken 11 runs off the first 3 deliveries. Need to rein themselves in a bit here. Especially Rais Ahmed nearing a 50. Lahiru 26 of 24, been very watchful indeed.
Over the head of the keeper this time. And a bit of a chase. They will get 2.
Yeah, they're counter-attacking very effectively here. The power play overs were certainly towards Mid-East Metals, but once that ball loses its shine, loses its swing, very good batting conditions indeed.
94 for 3. Gets the outside edge this time towards the backward point region. But not even enough fuel in it to make it to the boundary, but they will get 2.
Yeah, they're taking a few too many risks here. That could have easily been spooned to that backward point fielder. 30 of 26 for Lahiru. Looking to cut loose as well. Oh, nice glide there. Past the short third. And it's a long chase, but a futile one. Beautiful shot for a boundary. Well, 27 runs off his 2 overs. Qasim Maharvi has swung the momentum of the game towards 7 districts. 100 up in just 11 overs. So the captain will continue. He was taken for a ride in the first over, 14 runs. So they're just letting that momentum drift towards 7 districts here, Chavi.
They started off really strong. Mid-East Metals letting loose slightly. The 100 on board, 9 overs to go from here on, and look at that run rate, 9.1. They're looking at a score of 182 now. Much better delivery that.
Yeah, this pair is doing the basics right. They saw off the new ball attack of Mid-East Metals, got through the storm facing Hazrat Bilal and cashing in versus the spinners. That's the right approach. Hit towards extra cover, just over the inner ring and just short of the sweeper. So they need 4 overs from somewhere here, Mid-East Metals. Qasim Maharvi has given 2, Khurram Khwaja into his second. Will they continue beyond that though?
Either one of them will complete their quota of 4. This is what we've seen in the previous game as well, that Mid-East Metals did play. 102 for 3. This is over number 12. Comes in once again and will be called a wide by the umpire.
Yeah, just because of the proactive nature of the batters, Khurram Khwaja trying something different, trying to slide it across the right-handers. He has 3 fielders in the inner ring on the offside in catching positions.
Swings big, but that is the distant part of the ground. Just the one.
Yeah, he's playing a very good innings, 47 of 27. Nearing a milestone, will be eyeing a triple figure score. Plenty of time left in the game. Lahiru, 35 of 28. He's worked hard for his runs.
Once again, wide outside the off stump. Just we'll wait for the signal from the umpire, and yes, very rightly so, has been called a wide and a single. So that's 2 wides there.
And of course, there is that backup wicketkeeper, Atikur Rahman, going off with an injury. So certainly do expect some errors behind the sticks. Big shot from Rais Ahmed. He hasn't connected. Deep extra. Takes the catch. And that's a crucial moment in the game. This long partnership has finally been broken. And Rais Ahmed, he'll be disappointed with himself. Looking to challenge the straight fielders. Mustafa Ayub was exactly placed at deep extra. And he takes a very safe catch. So just when 7 districts were stepping on the gas, they've lost a wicket. 47 of 28 for Rais Ahmed. It's 106 for 4.
check, 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 check.
Mohammad Haider coming in at number 6. So just when you felt that 7 districts were on their way to a big score, they've been pushed back. Khurram Khwaja eventually getting his ban.
So that was the 4th wicket to fall. 2 more deliveries to go in this 12th over. 8 to go after in this innings. And Khurram Khwaja once again. Wait, that's lofted high up in the air. Has that gone the distance? No, it hasn't. And a simple catch in the deep. The skipper, he's on a hat trick. Simple catch there in the deep. And Mohammad Haider, without troubling the score, he's going to have to make the walk back. Let's have a look at that. Did get under it, got the elevation, not the distance. And a simple catch there.
Well, you really have to question the shot selection there from Haider. You've just lost a wicket. There was no need to go downtown, especially when you didn't clear the fence. So Khurram Khwaja is on a hat trick, 106 for 5. So Khurram Khwaja on a hat-trick. Hafiz Almas, the new batter. Well, first things first, he has to see off this delivery. And could we see a magic moment in the Arabian Cricket League? Tucked into mid-wicket. He'll safely get off the mark. But a successful over for MEM. 107 for 5. So Ali Anwar, the lead all-rounder for Mid East Metals, coming back into the attack. And a lot of pressure on this young man's shoulders. Hafiz Almas, bowling all-rounder, strikes the ball pretty clean. And Ali Anwar, is he coming around the wicket? Interesting angle he's creating here. Or perhaps he doesn't know Hafiz is a right-hander. He is continuing around the wicket. Oh, look at that extra bounce. Squeezed away to point for a quick single.
Wants to angle that delivery in to the right-hander. Just probably wanting to see if he's able to get that nippy outside edge. The run rate coming down slightly for 7 districts. Anwar once again comes in.
Well, it's hard to describe that shot from Lahiru. The ball is moving away from your bat and you're trying to paddle it to fine leg. Low percentage shot and got away with it, to be very honest. That could have easily been a top edge over his head to the keeper.
So 109 for 5. Anwar once again. Just that slight misfield, but they'll get the single.
Yeah, singles won't hurt them. They'll be perfectly content to go at 6-7 runs per over. Projected score is taking them to beyond 170, but half the side already back in the hut. It'll take some quality here from Hafiz Almas and Lahiri to reach that target, I reckon.
Big swing, and the ball got into the gloves there of the keeper and popped out with that instant.
Well, Charvi, have you ever tried to bowl with your hat on backwards?
Never.
Well, Ali Anwar can do it. Full credit to him, and he's bowling well as well. None for 15 in his 10 deliveries. Important spell from him. They need him to keep a lid on the scoring. And this time he's nailed that paddle. Fine leg is up. And that has smashed into the com box as well.
So there was a bit of a sound there at the glass. Thankfully, we've got good protection in here. So the 114 comes up. He was looking to paddle that above.
And he absolutely nailed it. Almost nailed us as well. Take a look here. Became a low hanging full toss. And got plenty of power on it. And thwack. There we go. We were diving for cover. He attempts it again, and it's gone past everybody, including the keeper. Was there a glove on that one? Given as runs. So that's an opportunity lost. Well, Ali Anwar walks away with disgust. He should have had a wicket there.
Let's have a look at that once again. Got a bat on it, and an attempt. But the ball did run away to the third man boundary for 4. 13 gone, 118 for 5. So Khurram Khwaja comes in for his third, and that's going way wide outside the off. Will be called a wide by the umpire.
Yeah, they're not helping their backup wicketkeeper at all, are they? Just spraying the ball all over the place. And these runs that are being leaked will be very costly indeed. Still plenty of time to go in the batting innings.
It's lofted over and will go all over. And Lahiru, that is his well-deserved 50. Very, very well-deserved, and what a way to get to it.
Absolutely came in right from ball one and applied himself. Had to work hard for these runs. 50 raised off 33 deliveries. He should be mighty pleased with that effort. And there's plenty of time. He should look for reaching that triple figure mark. Why not? You're batting well. You've worked really hard. And this venue, it has a lot of runs in it. If you look to play straight, target those short boundaries.
126 on board now. The run rate did drop. It has risen again. Once again, big swing. Will find the fielder, so they settle just for that single.
Well, they're still looking to be aggressive against Khurram Khwaja, even though he's picked up 2 wickets. I'm not so sure about these tactics. Oh, that's well off the pitch. That's going to be a no ball, in fact. So just that counter attack has put him off his line, and that will be a free hit for Hafiz Almas.
Let's see in whose favor does this free hit go. And will be called a wide, so the free hit stands.
Yeah, once again looking to slide the ball across the batter. Not within the allowed limits. Has to bowl a lot straighter. Oh, it was just swinging away, taken on the full. Will be a single to long off, so he's gotten away with that one.
Long over this is turning out to be. 6 deliveries have been bowled, out of which 3 have been wides. 3 more to go. In the air once again, coming towards us. And yes, a maximum.
Well, we were diving for cover in the comm box, but it was just to the right of us. In fact, it was aiming for our co-commentator Samir Yunus, taking evasive action there. Well, there you go. Watch out, Chavi. We're being targeted here.
Absolutely. Short pitch this time. Slower through the air. Just to bring in a little bit of variation. Expensive Khurram Khwaja has been. He's given away 40 runs so far. He's into his third. Final delivery of the over coming up.
This time, once again, it's a wide. And he looks quite frustrated. But he really has nobody else to blame. He hasn't been accurate. Bowled too wide on the left and the right. Being belted for maximums. Another big shot on the leg side. That's out of here. Smashing into the ICC Academy glass panel. Fantastic batting. 145 for 5. A very expensive spell from the Mid East Metals skipper.
Look at that, got under it and went a long, long way. The ball did get lost somewhere in the lights, all the way onto the top panels, and a maximum to end the over. 14 gone, it's 145 for 5. Anwar to continue. Not bad stuff this. Look at that score of Lahiru. Came in at a time when his team's wickets were tumbling down and he's taken charge. 64 of 37 for him.
And this partnership has grown to 40 runs and Hafiz Almas has only contributed 5 of them. Oh, look at that glide. They will take a quick single, but went straight to that short third. Could have easily been a boundary. So Lahiru looking to be very fanciful here now, playing all his shots. And current run rate is 10.3. What a turnaround. It was below 9 at one stage, but the constant aggression has paid off. Pull shot. There's nobody at deep fine leg. It will plug in the outfield. Good change of length. But there was no fielder to complete the catch, and they'll pick up overthrows. That was a wild throw. So Mid East Metals just going off the rails here. They're giving away free runs. And now the 7 Districts dugout is making a lot of noise, cheering for every run. 150 up. And less than 15 overs. Who would have thought after that horror start? Once again, trying that paddle, and I don't think it's a catch there. It went down.
Didn't get a lot of bat on that, not at all. Also dropped that slightly. So 150 for 5. This is over number 15. 2 more deliveries courtesy Anwar. Wanted to get a big swing at it. The ball was going outside the off. And dot delivery.
Yeah, how long will this streak of quick runs continue for 7 Districts? Mid East Metals, they will be concerned now. That target has gone beyond what they would have been comfortable chasing. Looking ominous here. Once again he tries that paddle and it comes off. Beautiful shot there from Lahiru. Inventive and effective.
Let's have a look at that again. Shifted across and pulled it away. No fielder there at backward square leg. The ball did run away into the fence for 4. 15 gone, 1-5-4 for 5.
$154 for 5 at the end of 15 overs. There's going to be a change in the com box. Chari will take a break, and joining me is Samir Yunus as Hazrat Bilal comes back into the attack. And Samir, since you left, they've added 73 runs in 5 overs. Well, they just wanted you to leave the com box and then the sixes started raining here.
Well, the flip side to that is, Ahmad, that the Lahiru was waiting for me to take a break so I could enjoy his sixes, my fellow countrymen. Gone into beast mode.
And speaking of beasts, Hazrat Bilal, recently back from touring with the UAE national side, recently capped, and his confidence and body language has completely changed. Fantastic bowling. He's always had the pace. He's just discovered the consistency now, and that was noticed by the chief selector and his selection panel. And then they took him to Nepal and he performed beautifully there as well. So really exciting to see this man getting his deserved opportunity for the national side.
Yeah, he's pumped out clearly, done some damage here with that short ball. Hafiz Almas getting some treatment there. And Hafiz Almas, remember, man of the match from previous game. This partnership has now gone on to 49. What a quick partnership this has been. And this rearguard action from 7 District. They were down in the dumps, 30 odd for 3. Suddenly looking good for almost a 200 now. Lahiru has played beautifully. He's had those singles and twos. He watched it out at the beginning when things weren't going all that well for 7 District, but now he's really unleashed and gone on to full gear.
Well, this is the tricky phase of the game. Hazrat Bilal, he'll bowl 3 on the trot. I'm expecting Mustafa Ayub, Ali Anwar and Tehran Khan to bowl in tandem with him. So the spinners are out of the attack. Can he maintain this quick scoring against the quality pace bowling of British Metals?
Yeah, he's chosen to play those paddle sweeps and those, what do you call them anymore, scoops against the faster men, and it's worked to some success. Hazrat Bilal just pulling up there. I hope he's all right. Now just losing his rhythm in that run up. Hafiz Almas, he's just gone quietly. He's watched Lahiru from the other end, just striking the ball so powerfully to all parts of the ground. That 6 off Khurram Khaja down at deep mid wicket was the biggest one of the lot, and that was tonked. I could almost hear the roof breaking on top of that ICCA Academy pavilion.
Yeah, he certainly has that raw power. Perhaps Lahiru may not. So you would expect him to challenge the fast man.
That's fuller length outside the off stump, but nicely fielded there by Point. And they will cross over for a single. And that's something they've done very well. Even on wides, they've made sure they've kept crossing and rotated that strike very nicely.
Yeah, saved a certain boundary there, the backward point fielder. I think it's Irfan Ashraf out there. They need a couple of quiet overs here, Mid East Metals. They've been pushed on the back foot with this assault against their spinners. And Hazrat Bilal has to be the man to deliver those overs, perhaps pick up some wickets as well. That's the best way to control the run rate.
Oh, that's a good, nasty bouncer. Lahiru had to move away from it at the last moment. In the end, it was a good take by the keeper. Mind you, he's not their full-time keeper, so he's had to work really hard tonight. A few wides and few short stuff. The umpire signals 1 for the over, quite understandably.
And that's very important delivery to use as a fast bowler in shorter format cricket. Hazrat Bilal, very sharp bouncer, comes at you right at your throat height, so very difficult to deal with. And it's a dot ball on offer if you can deliver it correctly.
That's nicely guided to the third man. Gone to him at some speed, but somehow he gets his body behind there and saves a couple. So just should have been a single, but that fumble allows them to quickly run across for 2. These two have run very well. Hafiz Almas especially has always looked for that extra one whenever he's hit it in the fielder's hands.
Yeah, the 50 partnership has been raised. So when that double strike from Khurram Khwaja happened, this innings could have gone pear-shaped very easily. And credit to this pair, they've done a wonderful job resurrecting the score, and now it's looking to be targeting that double 100 mark.
54 of 25 this partnership, a much needed one, and that pace, they've really undone all the damage that those two wickets that you talked about had done early on. They were looking dangerously low, 115 for 5 at one point. But look at this now, 160 up on the board. Full toss, Hafiz Almas hammers that down, but it just be one bounce to the fielder at long on. Didn't get all of it. Luckily, it didn't go straight to the hands of the fielder at long on. Just be a single. 16 done, 161 for 5.
Tehran Khan Niazi back into the attack for his final over. And once again trying to flash it over point. And he's appealing to the leg umpire for the height, but that looked okay to me, Samir.
Yeah, I think he was asking more for a wide than a height, no wide for that matter. It went outside the line, I thought, but umpire there being on the side of the bowler. Tehran has bowled really well, 2 for 16 in his 3 overs, and he'll want to close this out well. More importantly, we'll want the wicket of the man in form, Lahiru. Oh, that's gone right up in the air. Who's going to get underneath it? Nobody. It falls right in between the 3 men that were converging, the bowler, the long on, the long off, and in the end, it felt exactly in between them.
Well, perfectly placed. Just within the inner ring, beyond the bowler and beyond the long on and long off. And he's asking for gloves, so perhaps just losing grip on the bat handle there, Hafiz Almas.
He's been in good form, Hafiz Almas. We saw him make that quick 39 the other day. But today he's just not connected. It's just not been seen the middle of the bat too much. If it does get going, then we're in for a very quick finish here.
Yeah, it'll be all about the execution at the death here from both sides. It's gone straight up once again. This time mid-off is up and no mistakes made by Faizan Awan. So Tehran Khan using that short ball to excellent effect. And he picks up the key wicket of Lahiru. Banged in, tried to pull it off the front foot. It went straight up and straight down the gullet. 6th wicket departs for 7 Districts, but it's been a very fine knock from Lahiru. 70 of 43 to his name. 162 for 6. New batter in is the big striker of the ball, Abdul Ghaffar. Well, expect some fireworks here if he gets going. Trying to drill that through extra cover. Just gonna be one. And he's the ideal man to come at the crease in this situation for 7 Districts, Samir.
Yeah, he's been sent with just one instruction: swing and swing hard. It will be Hafiz Almaz who look to bat through now, and the others, Abdul Ghaffar included, will try and tonk that ball and get that score up to as high as they can.
Wonderful bowling from this man in particular. Big shot through mid wicket. There is protection out there though. So they've just lost a bit of fizz in the lower half of their batting here.
Yeah, after those spinners have been taken off, the fast bowlers have managed to somewhat pull things back for Mid East Metals. The Heron obviously been the pick of them, 3 for 19. What a wonderful spell this has been. Picked a wicket off his first delivery of the game, and since then he's looked fantastic. None of the batters have been comfortable against him. He'll now run into bowl his last ball of the spell. Can he finish with another one? Oh, that's a brilliant bouncer. A superb bouncer to a tall man like Abdul Ghaffar, but the umpire doesn't think so. He thinks it has gone above the head, so it'll be a wide.
Yeah, that was much too short. Really banged it in halfway up the pitch, and even though Abdul Ghaffar is tall, must be about 6'2", 6'3", he's not that tall. And Tehran, you can see, he's afraid to pitch the ball up to him, because he knows if he connects, that ball is going to go right through the school windows. Sliced behind point. Oh, that deep cover. Had to move quickly. So a very good spell from Tehran Khan comes to an end. 3 for 21 on the day. 166 for 6.
Abdul Ghaffar has hammered that over, but there is no fielder down at third man. Was outside the off stump, gave it a wild swing and got the top edge. Hazrat Bilal has been kept back to try and close this innings off for Mid East Metals, trying to get momentum back into this game. Abdul Ghaffar looking to slice that delivery outside the off stump, gets the top edge. Just a couple here. Hazrat Bilal has been held back this innings, and to try and close the game off, get some momentum for Mid East Metals.
Well, this is a fascinating battle. Both 140k fast bowlers facing up to each other. The cream of the crop of the UAE fast bowling talent. This is going to be exciting cricket. Oh, Hazrat Bilal needs to restart here.
And not the first time tonight has pulled up. Maybe not feeling himself. It's been a very tiring tour, I assume, to Nepal. 3 games there. They did lose that series, so be mentally a little bit down, but these are the kind of professional cricketers who will come back every game and will give it their 150% every time they're out there.
Yeah, he's very much a rhythm bowler. Everything has to be just right. His run up, his release, because he really hurtles in at the crease like an express train. And making sure his fielders are in the right spot as well. That deep third was a bit too square. Meticulous about his field placement. Oh, this has been hit down the ground, over the comb box, into oval number 1, into the night sky. That is the biggest 6 of the tournament.
Oh, Abdul Ghaffar. He's just hammered that with raw strength. Those big muscles clearing the leg. And hammering that over and above us, behind us, where the fan zone is, where the football is being shown. I don't think that ball's coming back.
That's disappeared into the night and is going all alone. New balls, please. That one has no return ticket. Right then, this heavyweight bout continues. Hazrat Bilal has been smashed for an astronomical 6. How will he come back? Oh, Yorker length. And look how far Manal Siddiqui is standing. He's right on the edge of the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, he's had a lot of trouble today, taking those throws from the deep to some very fast throws into his hand from the time Atiq has been injured. He's taken up those gloves and so far done a decent job, and this time to that premier fast bowler like Hazrat Bilal is standing far behind. Understandable, not your full-time keeper, so at least he's stopping them, and that's what matters here for Mid East Metals. A good comeback this by Hazrat Bilal after getting tonked for that 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure rotating the strike was a good idea here, because Abdul Ghaffar was feeling it. He'd found his range, but Hafiz Almas is no mug with the bat. Let's see what he can do. Beautifully bowled right in the block hole, digs it out for 1, and like you mentioned, good comeback after that humongous 6.
Yeah, they've bowled well to Hafiz Almas. He hasn't been able to really get going. 15 of 15 at this stage of the game. You'd expect him to go at a much better strike rate. The last game that he played really won the game for 7 District. They were looking in trouble, but he came out and batted really well for his 39, won the man of the match award. So today, not in the same rhythm, not in the same form, but as long as he's there, he'll feel like he's going to break loose and get those big shots going. But Abdul Ghaffar is back on strike, and that's what we want to see from a neutral's perspective at least.
Slow delivery, and he's connected. Oh, has he connected for a biggie? Huge from Abdul Ghaffar.
When he hits them, Abdul Ghaffar, they certainly stay hit. He doesn't believe in small sixes. He doesn't believe in 4s. He only believes in one currency, and that is huge sixes, maximums, a long, long way behind the grounds.
He read that slower delivery like a book, and it felt like he had a book in his hand. Smashed all along that long off region. They were just looking at the stars, and a new ball had to be delivered. Thank you very much to umpire Sunij. There you go. Such a clean bat swing, Samir Yunus.
I lost it in the night sky, that. And look at that bat stance of his, facing straight. It's as if he's telling the bowler, I don't care where you're going to bowl to me. I am here to try and hit this out of the park.
Expensive over from Hazrat Bilal. Oh, that's a short ball, nicely bowled. And they will scamper for 1. Good game awareness from Hafiz Almas. He's been switched on. So round 1 has gone to Abdul Ghaffar, 183 for 6. Mustafa Ayub, the youngster, coming into ball the penultimate over. He won't utilize his complete spell, so that might have been a bit of a miscalculation around the wicket to Ghaffar. And he skied it. Deep square leg. It's a big chase for him. It will drop and plug in the outfield. So that just got slightly big on Ghaffar. And he's still out there though, 18 of 8.
And that is the longer boundary down at deep mid wicket for Abdul Ghaffar. He's a left-handed batter. It's a long way away, that boundary, but he'll still go for it, knowing him. The sixes that he's hit so far have gone a long way. Therefore, he will fancy himself trying to clear that boundary. Ayub has bowled well. Him and Tehran must be thinking, well, we gave them a good start. We gave our team a good start, but the spinners have just let it go with some very loose bowling.
Yeah, I wouldn't bowl that length again though. You have to be right in the block hole or a bouncer length shot. Oh, pacey delivery. Once again, Hafiz Almas taking advantage of the backup wicketkeeper and scurrying for a bye.
He's done that a few times tonight and he's done it with success. He knows that every time the ball goes to the keeper, he's got time to cross over. And he takes a good start. That's very important as a non-striker. Yes, you don't take advantage, but it's important that you stay ready to take a start. And that's what Hafiz Almas has done so well tonight. Stolen runs, that's what you would call it.
All said and done, the death bowling from Mehdi Metals has not been too bad, apart from that one over from Hazrat Bilal. Even then you expect 15-16 runs, but they're pulling it back nicely here. Let's see if Mustafa Ayub can execute those. Still 4 deliveries to go in his spell for the day. Mid-off is coming up, long on pushed back as Hafiz Almas faces. Oh, good shot delivery. Excellent bowling here from young Mustafa.
Yeah, that's the length that works here. You give it to them full and they'll tonk you down the ground and onto the leg side. But this length, every batter that's walked in tonight has struggled. Back of a length, short stuff. Ayub being very smart here. But the question here is, Ahmad, now that Hazrat Bilal has gone for those runs in the last over, will he come back to bowl the last over of the innings, or will the captain choose to go with someone else?
Well, surely you have to back your ace. Tehran Niazi, Tehran Khan has bowled out. Ali Anwar, I believe, has completed his quota as well. We'll need to check. Oh, he's connected. And it's gone for a mighty 6 onto the grass banks.
Finally, Hafiz Almas comes to the party. He's tried and tried and tried. He stayed there for 16 deliveries, and in the 17th one, he finally makes a fine connection. Look at that. Dragged it from outside the off stump, and that's gone a long way. Another maximum in these death overs.
Yeah, he bowled length. If you bowl length at this stage, you will be dispatched. It's as simple as that. Perhaps trying an off cutter there. The margin for error is absolutely 0 against Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar. 21 of 17 for Almas now. Drilled through extra cover, finds the gap. 4 runs.
Again, hit very strongly. Look at those arms. Those big arms coming into play. Good length. Nothing too much wrong with the delivery, but it's Hafiz Almas's pure brute force that allows him to cut that away, rather drive that away with serious strength down to that offside boundary.
Well, now this over has become slightly expensive. 13 off it. Still not too bad, not disastrous, but these are priceless runs for 7 districts. This time it's a top edge and taken, but has he kept it in the park? Good effort there from Irfan Ashraf. I think he's saved a boundary there. We'll need to check, but I think he's A-OK.
Yeah, the umpire will take his word for it. Ali Anwar there. Good effort to save that boundary. First of all, he took the catch, although he ran into the boundary line, or it's outside the boundary line. But has he put it back in time? It seems like he has. So saved at least 5 runs there for his team. It'll be 198 for 2, and the 200 is not too far away for 7 districts. End of the 19th over.
Hazrat Bilal to bowl the final over then. Taken on the full and dropped at long on. Well, Tehran Khan, usually very safe pair of hands. I think it just dipped in front of him. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, half chance you could call it. Yeah, not the easiest ones to take. That was hit very fast. He could have come in a little faster. Just did a little too late, I thought.
Yeah, and it dipped away from him. Well, I'm just surveying the field here, Samir, and I think the cutoff limit for the overs has been expired, so there's only 4 fielders allowed outside the inner ring. There is a long on, there is a deep cover, there is a deep third, and a deep square leg. Yes, so 1 man has been brought in. And dot delivery, no, it's going to be 1. They're running pretty much freely. Every time the ball goes to the keeper, and he's fluffed his throw, and they've stolen 2.
Well, he's almost standing at the 30-yard circle, the keeper, so it's only natural that the batters will want to cross over because he's got a long distance to cover, and the 200 has come up with those buys.
Well, who would have thought when they were 30 odd for 3 at the end of power play? It's been a fantastic batting effort from Rais Ahmed, Lahiru Sandarwan, and of course Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar powering the score beyond the double 100 mark. That's going to be a big run chase for Mid-East Metals.
Yeah, that partnership between Rais and Lahiru really steadying the ship first of all, and then injecting some much needed momentum into this innings of 7 District. They were falling apart, they were going nowhere, but now they've piled up 200 in this innings.
Swung away towards that long on fielder. Only going to be 1. So far so good from Hazrat Bilal. But now that heavyweight matchup, we see it once again. Abdul Ghaffar on strike.
How many more balls is he going to lose? Abdul Ghaffar on 19 of 10. Hazrat Bilal, a UAE national, bowling with all his strength to a man who's equally as tall and strong as him. This is turning out to be a good finish here in an evenly contested game between 7 District and Mid-East Metals here in Dubai at the ICCA Academy. What a game we have on our hands.
Yeah, the pendulum has really swung between these 2 sides. Short ball once again. Nicely bowled. He's willing to concede that one. I think we should have a slip fielder just to allow Manal Siddiqui to hand off the ball and throw it quickly. We might get a run out that way.
Yeah, that's the length that has worked for Hazrat Bilal, hasn't he? He's realized in the previous over that anything full to Abdul Ghaffar, and he runs the risk of getting hit somewhere behind, far behind the boundary line for that matter. So he's gone back to that back of a length short delivery, which clearly Abdul Ghaffar has struggled against.
Indeed, as has Hafiz Almas. So 2 deliveries remaining. All things considered, not a bad spell from Hazrat Bilal at all, showing his quality. This has gone straight up over the keeper, and it might head for 6. Yes, it has, over the backside screen.
Watch out, we've got a cameraman stationed there. I hope he's all right. This is a huge stoppage, and it's gone right behind the side screen over there. A massive 6 for Hafiz Almas, and that was off a top edge. Can you believe it, how far that has gone? Those bats these days in the arms of Hafiz Almas, taking it all the way back behind the fence for another maximum.
Well, it was always a chance you take bowling those back of length deliveries with the fine leg up and only a 3rd man at the back. So eventually that shot came off for 7 Districts. 209 on the board. What a fight back this has been. Drilled straight down the ground. Ali Anwar, safe pair of hands. And that will conclude the batting effort of 7 Districts. 210 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs. They lost a wicket on the very first ball of the match. They were 3 wickets down in the power play. But then it was Lahiru Sandarwan alongside Rais Ahmed who rebuilt. And now they're in a very good position.
Yeah, superb finishing touches from Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar. For a moment there, when they were 5 wickets down at 115 odd runs, they were looking down the barrel. Somebody had to put their hands up, and it was Lahiru Sandarwan at the top with a brilliantly compiled 60 plus, along with Rais Ahmed, who stood there, gave him that support that he so badly needed. And once he perished, a couple of quick wickets, but then Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar took over, and they put on a show of how one finishes a game and when you bat first and you reach a 210, a massive score here for 7 District, and they'll fancy themselves with a strong batting bowling lineup to defend this with some relative ease here tonight here in Dubai. Seven District choosing to bat first, obviously. Lahiru Sandruwan opened in the batting, stayed there for a long time for a well-compiled 70 of 44. And it was that number 3 and number 4 not really contributing much. But it was Raees Ahmed with 47 of 28 that supported him to put together a very good partnership to resurrect that innings of 7 District. But in the end, it was Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar that really injected some much-needed momentum to take their score 210. And 29 extras really made East Metals gave away quite a few freebies.
Well, let's take a look at the
and when
Check,
there was
check, check.
when I was when was the team.
செக் கேட்குதுங்களா? ஓகே. சடன்லி கட் ஆகி போச்சு தலைவா.
No, one second. Moving and just step out first.
Check.
Welcome back, everyone, to this second innings of what has been a very good match so far. 7 District versus Mid East Metals. It is now the turn of Mid East Metals to try and chase this mammoth score put up by the 7 District. 210 on the board for them. And Faizan Awan along with Tehran Khan will look to try and chase this 211 down to get their third win of this tournament of Group B. Encounter this one between 7 District and Mid East Metals. So far it has been an entertaining first innings, a good bit of bowling at the top, and then it was in the end some good bit of hitting between Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar, thanks to Lahir Sandarwan at the top with a 70. They have put together a superb score. Abdul Ghaffar will open the bowling, left arm pace, and to open the innings in the com box with me is Charvi Bhatt.
Thank you, Sam. Starts off with the wide here. Abdul Ghaffar. It's a big score, that big score, 200 in a T20 format. The moment the scorecard jumps the 200 mark, the pressure is immediately on the chasing side. We'll have to see what the Mid East Metals have got in their metal, the intensity. See how far they can get into through this game.
I was waiting for someone to come up with that pun, honestly. It's been a while. A good start here. Abdul Ghaffar, oh, that almost trickled away onto the stumps. But Tehran is nicely behind that. In fact, it was Faizan, I think. Yeah, I mean, they've got only themselves to blame, haven't they, Mid East Metals? They started off brilliantly with their pacers, picking up 3 wickets at the top. But then the spinners, Khurram Khwaja, especially going for 48, the skipper himself in his 4 overs, that doesn't bode well for you in the middle. You want to continue and keep that intensity up once you've had that good start, which is what they couldn't do. They really allowed Lahiru and Raiz to get away with that superb partnership.
Comes in once again. This time a big swing and a miss. Wanted to go for the big swing. Much better line that from Ghaffar. Did start off with a wide. Not a bad comeback that.
And just to go back on that innings, you know, how often have we seen that sometimes a bowling team picks up a few good quick wickets, 3-4 early in the power play, and then we see that intensity dropping. From your experience as a skipper, obviously, what do you tell the boys back then? You know they're pumped up. What do you tell the girls in your case? What do you tell them? They're pumped up, they're confident, they've picked up a few wickets, but you want to make sure they don't drop that momentum and that intensity, don't they?
No, not at all. Once again, that gets the outside edge. Just a tad bit away from the glove of the keeper. The ball runs away to the third man boundary for 4.
Yeah, wild swing by Faizan there. He won't mind it. It went far from the keeper. In fact, not that far. He could have got to that. But a fine effort nevertheless. That's a boundary to start things off. 5 now on the board. Abdul Ghaffar hasn't found much movement.
So coming back to what we were talking about, Sam. You know, there are two basic understandings in cricket. One, when it's tough, when it's difficult out there, keep your head down, stick to your basics. But when the going is good, don't waste any time, don't give the opposition any time, and be quick at it. The slip comes in place. Again, wanted to get a shy at it.
I guess what you're trying to say is be ruthless in your approach. Don't become complacent.
A bit, yes. And you know, it's about when it's going good for your side. The change between the overs have to be quick. The bowlers need not waste a lot of time. Get back onto it quickly. Couple of things that we tell the girls.
Now don't allow any time to the batters to settle down.
Absolutely.
That's very good advice there. Oh, that's gone over the infield, onto the offside. It hasn't been a very fast outfield tonight because we haven't seen much dew. So there'll just be a couple, the captain there doing the cleaning up job. We haven't seen much swing from Abdul Ghaffar. Generally, we see him finding that inward movement into the right-hander, but it's been just straight stuff so far. Not sure if it's the pitch that has really worn out or if he's not really holding the ball too well. Was out there not too long ago, tonking the ball to all parts of the ground.
Some really big hits from him. So 7 on board for Mid East Metals. Final delivery of the first over coming up. Short pitch delivery. Gets a little bit of the edge. Will be a chase for the fielders. And they will get a couple of runs to end that. 2 coming from that last delivery. All in all, 9 runs coming from the over. 1 gone, 9 for no loss. Hafiz Almas. He's going to kick off the bowling from the far end. And they have a slip in place for him.
Oh, that's nicely bowled. He's been given a promotion, given the new ball. Generally, you see him coming in as first change. But he's done well in the last few games that he's played for 7 District. Because of that, the captain has entrusted him with the new ball to share it with Abdul Ghaffar and can crank it up himself. Of the Hafiz Almas, he's got some serious gas on him. Picked up a wicket in the last game. He'll want to pick up a few more. Right now batted well in the end alongside Abdul Ghaffar. Gave it some nice finishing touches to get that total to a 210. Really propel the team forward there.
The asking rate close to 11 runs and over. Partnership is going to be key for Mid East Metals.
They've got a good bowling lineup, some good spinners on their ranks as well. So unlike Mid East Metals, they'll keep the pressure up from ball 1 right through the end. They will let it go. Mid East Metals in the middle, they were in a very good position in the game. They'll look back and think, well, we allowed Lahiru to settle down, and so did Rais, which really costed them that middle part of the game. And right now they'll want to undo those mistakes with the bat. They've gotten off to a decent start, 8 balls, 10 runs on the board, but they'll need more of those boundaries if they are to get close to this target of 211.
A bit of an aggressive approach to change the field. A gullyish slip comes in play. Gets the outside edge over the fielder at deep point, and the ball will run away for 4.
Short stuff from Hafiz Almas. When you can bowl short, that's fine, but if you're bowling short with width, then it's such a very dangerous ploy. Faizan, all he has to do is get some bat onto it. There is no protection down there. Yeah, you don't want to give that width when you're bowling short, because the fielders are up in the circle. All he has to do is get it over that infield, and it'll easily run away for a boundary. So second one for Faizan here now. He's on a 12. A slip and a gully in place. Third man is there too, right behind that gully. And of course there's a fine leg too. So the 2 men in the deep are behind the batter.
Hafiz once again. Huge swing, gets that outside edge, and the umpire's finger goes up right away. And the first wicket to fall. Let's have a look at that again. Got it to move away at the last minute, and a clean pick from the keeper. How easy can this get? And the first blow for MEM. It's going to be Faizan. He was on 12 of 8, and he'll take the walk back to the dugout. So Hafiz gets his man and the pressure is on MEN. Irfan, the new man in for Mid-East medals. 14 for 1.
Irfan Ashraf will take strike against Hafiz Almas for his last ball. In fact, 2 more to go. That's a good shape away. Raises his arms, Irfan. Yeah, there was no need for Faizan to play the shot that he did earlier to get out. He just got a boundary. It was a nice, good length delivery. Generally, you can just drive that on the offside quite gently. There's enough room down there. There's a huge gap between cover and mid-off because there's a slip and gully in place, so they've had to keep that area open. You could have easily driven that down there, but he chose to go for that big heave, his head falling all over the place, legs not in the right position, and Hafiz being rewarded for some good quality bowling with that wicket.
The asking rate getting to closer to 11 runs and over. Once again, the slower delivery gets the inside edge. No chance for the fielder at shot fine. And the ball will run away to the fence for a welcome boundary.
Yeah, going for that Yorker length of his Almas. Went to the direction of his toes. Got some bat there, Irfan. Look at that, angling in. In fact, it was outside his feet. Just had to get some bat onto it, and then fine leg fielder, despite that effort, did get a hand to it, but it still goes away to the boundary. So that was well hit. In the end, it's 18 for 1 after 2.
Ghaffar to continue. Oh, good take. What a good take that is. How good is that? And let's take a moment to appreciate it. The very first ball of Ghaffar. Let's have a look at that. Got him to move away slightly. Gets that thick outside edge. And an excellent catch. Excellent catch by the keeper. And Farman, the keeper, and Tehran will have to walk back to the dugout.
What a wonderful wicket to have. Abdul Ghaffar with that outswinger completely bamboozling Tehran Khan, who can't do much with the bat. Well, he did contribute with the ball, but with the bat, nothing much. 2.1, 18 for 2.
Manal Siddiqui in his infamous shiny white helmet walks out there. And the 2 wickets have quickly fallen for MEM. 18 for 2 after 2.1. This is over number 3, and look at that asking rate there, Sam. Inching closer to 11 runs and over. 193 needed of 107.
And that is another short length delivery. Manal can't do much about it. Well, he's got a job to do. He did do something that he's not comfortable with as a part-time keeper, because their main keeper Atiqur Rahman got injured. But the irony is that he's come out because a brilliant wicket-keeping piece by Farman Ali. What a wonderful catch that was, diving to his left, to his right rather. Yes, there was a slip. Hafiz Almas is standing there just for that kind of delivery, but Farman Ali says, well, don't bother, I've got this. What a wonderful take that was. Abdul Ghaffar with a brilliant delivery, getting rid of Tehran Khan.
Ghaffar once again. Fuller this time. Good looking drive. Good show off the bat. Will give Manal Siddiqui a little bit of confidence.
So this has been a good day for the fast bowlers, at least so far.
the Middle East metals. Their fast bowlers starting off well, Ayub and Tehran. And over here, Abdul Ghaffar and Hafiz Almas have both picked up a wicket each. Now Middle East metals are deeply in trouble, chasing 211, 18 for 2 in 2.5 overs. Not the best of starts. That's been switched away, but it'll land safely and go to the field at third man. Well, they'll have to do that. There'll be a lot of swishing and swinging if they are to get close to this target.
A lot of that will be required. Absolutely right, Sam. It's going to be every single chance that they will take. They will have to go after the bowlers. Look at that over for Ghaffar. Picked up the wicket on the very first delivery. Then the 2-dot, just that single coming in. Manal gets off the strike and gets off the mark as well with that single. Far once again wanted to get the big swing, but no chance there. One more delivery to go in this pressure over.
Yeah, he's figured out early that good length and back of a length is working well on this track. It took some time for Middle East metals to figure that out, but he's worked it out quite early and it's working very well for him. The batter struggling to make a connection. This has been a superb over. It was a little loose and stiff maybe in the first over, but in the second over he's come back very well, found his radar, found his rhythm, and is now running in nice and hard.
And it's that what it counts, right? Once again, Fuller this time drives it on the onside. The fielder is after it and will get there while they get a couple of runs to end the over. Not a bad over this. 3 gone, 21 for 2.
Hafiz Almas will come back for another over. Picked up a wicket. We want to pick up one more if he can. Oh, what about that for a defense? And he's really hurt himself there, Manal. He thought that was going away for a wide down the leg side and it swung in at the last moment and hit his toe dead on. Look at that. He's lucky he wasn't given LBW. But that's gonna hurt. That toe is gonna be really sore tomorrow morning. I hope he can continue for the sake of Middle East metals.
And that was missing leg. It was a huge shout from the fielders. And well, some treatment is going to be given. A little touch of magic spray to do the magic, so he can continue batting. Very important this for MEM. It's 21 for 2. Over number 4 in progress. Back on his toes, Manal Siddiqui. Magic spray looks to do the magic. And how bright is that white?
He's standing outside his crease to maybe try and counter that Yorker length delivery that Hafiz Almas is looking for. I hope he's all right and comfortable. Hafiz Almas runs in again. A tentative push there. It'll go one bounce to the fielder. Much more in control this time. Manal Siddiqui 1 off 4 now. He can't afford to do that. 1 off 5.
Look at that run rate there. 190 required of 100 balls. It's a big effort needed here by MEM.
Look at the efforts from the 7 district fielders. They're up on their toes. All the energy going in. Hafiz Almaz on his way. Much better that from Manal. The fielders come in very quickly.
Yeah, they pride themselves of their bowling, 7 district. So obviously they've started off well, 21 for 2. They've had Middle East medals very early on the back foot. So they'll want to now try and keep compiling on that pressure. Keep taking regular intervals. Don't want batters to settle down. But if they're going to bat like this, they won't mind them being out there. No real intent being shown so far by Manal.
But they won't be able to be in this zone for too long if they want to really chase that total down. A lot of dot deliveries will put the pressure on them. Short ball, top edge, up in the air, and a simple catch at fine leg. And Zamir takes a comfortable catch in the wicket number 3. Manal Siddiqui, he stood there, a big swing, saw the ball on the rise, but didn't get the distance on it, and a very simple catch there. He has got to walk back, just scoring that 1 run. It's 21 for 3.
Ali Anwar, the left-hand batter, now walks in. Hafiz Almaz has picked up 2 wickets and given away just 9 runs. Last time I spoke to him, I asked him, Charvi, whether he prefers to be called a batting all-rounder or a bowling all-rounder. He prefers being called a batting all-rounder, but he's doing just fine with the ball so far. 2 for 9.
He's been exceptional here tonight. Absolutely exceptional here tonight.
30 plus with the bat, 2 wickets with the ball in just his second over. He's pumped up. Full length delivery. Anwar Ali much more assured than his predecessor. Get a single to get off the mark. $22 for 3 now, Middle East Metals. Chasing a huge target of 210. This approach is not going to work. Somebody from this batting lineup, from this middle order, has to put their hands up and say, well, I've got this, I'm going to give it a go. Risk it all. Yes, you might lose a few wickets too early, but then it's worth risking and finding out than regretting it later.
Got 2 more. This is over number 4. 2 more to come in the power play. The pressure here is on. Big swing once again, has gone high up in the air. Will land in no man's land. A lot of excitement from the fielders. And that will be the end of the over as well. 4 gone, 23 for 3.
Shahid Nawaz is yet another one of their prime fast bowlers for 7 districts. He can crank it up too, just like his teammates Hafiz Almas and Abdul Ghaffar. So a good armory of fast bowlers here for 7 districts. He look to now get among the tally of wickets, Shahid Nawaz. Good start, back of a length. And Manal Siddiq, sorry, Irfan will look for a quick single, but Abdul Ghaffar is there on time.
He's trying to put that pressure on the fielders, wanting to go after them, just to keep them a bit on the check.
You see the captain in the background warming up there. Might just see that left arm spin of his coming on in the power play. No harm in taking that risk. Batters are on the back foot right now. Oh, what a delivery. What a delivery. Beat it all ends up. Irfan looked absolutely clueless there. Straightening on and then swinging away at the last moment. Look at that. Top of off stump. This is top stuff from Shahid Nawaz. You got everything right there except the outside edge.
Over number 5, and look at that asking rate there, Sam. It's touched that 12 run and over mark. Shahid is going to be bowling to Irfan. He's on 7 of 7. Fuller this time, gripping the surface. Didn't get a lot of bat on it, and will land just right in front of him for a dot delivery.
Yeah, this one came in, I thought. Irfan expecting that outside outswinger, looking to try and play on the up, on the offside, just getting that inside part of the bat and ricochets off his thigh pad. So this is some real pressure being created by the bowlers. This innings of Middle East Metals really going nowhere. 4.5 overs, just 23 runs on the board. That's not the ideal start when you're chasing 210.
But technically, we shouldn't have lost any wickets. That's how it is. And the runs should be close to double. Big swing and a miss. Good delivery. Getting that slide, very slide movement away from the right-hander. Shahid, good over this.
Yeah, they've got no choice but to swing. But that needs to be a good intelligent swing, not just blindly swing it. You know where the ball is moving towards. You know where they're pitching it. So try and get close to it. Try and smother the swing. There is plenty of space out there. It's still the power play. So lots of open spaces behind the infield. Try and take advantage of those. No need to swing blindly.
She's got the dot delivery so far. This is good stuff from Shahid. Short ball once again. Slightly short of good length this time.
This overs remind me of a spell we saw last night.
Yes. something on the similar lines. But this is good. They're bowling in tandem from both ends. There's a lot of pressure being put on. And that asking rate, the quicker they get that asking rate to climb, the much better position 7 districts will be. Rather, they already are in a very, very good position.
Will this be a maiden over by Shahid Nawaz? A rare maiden over in T20 cricket. Oh, once again, that is amazing. Brilliant bowling from Shahid Nawaz. Pitching it on that good length, moving it away from the right-hander. And Irfan has absolutely zero answers to such wonderful bowling. None for none in his first over. 5 overs done. It's 23 for 3.
Seven district skipper. He comes into the attack from the far end. Haider Ali, left arm spinner. So a change in bowling in the final over of the power play, and the change in the voice as well. Ahmed Khwaja joins me while Sam takes a short break.
Thank you very much, Charvi. Nicely cut away. Misfield at point. That's certainly not going to please the captain, but 23 for 3 in the first 5 overs. They've repeated exactly what Mideast Metals did to them in the power play.
Absolutely, they've really kept the pressure on. And they'll have to continue to keep it on for the rest of the game. Another 187 runs still needed to win.
Yeah, a lot will depend on Ali Anwar in particular. Irfan Ashraf just struggling, 7 of 11. Looking for those boundary shots, but not quite connecting so far. Quick single taken within the circle, and he went for the wrong end. Could have tried the keeper's end, but they've made it safely enough.
25 for 3. Final over in the power play. They do have a slip in place, just probably for that ball that gets that little turn and bounce, gets the outside edge perhaps. Haider Ali once again comes in. Cutaway was in the air for a while, but what a good looking shot that is. Between third man and point, and the ball has run away to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, slightly too short, slightly too wide, and this is the perfect angle. Look at that, off the back foot. Like Javi mentioned, slightly uppish, but once it hit the gap, you were always only going to get a boundary.
29 for 3, asking rate 12.55. Getting a little closer to the 13 run and over mark. Shot of good length this time. Wants a single, but will be sent back. Good piece of fielding.
Yeah, they've worked hard in the field, 7 districts. Produced a few opportunities. That catch by the wicketkeeper Farman Ali was absolutely outstanding. And they have been really switched on once they got that partnership between Rais and Lahiru. Really bossed the game. Worked past the bowler. Oh no, he's got a hand to it. Excellent fielding off his own bowling. Good work, Haider Ali.
Final delivery to come in the power play. Not a bad over this from Haider Ali, except that one boundary that was hit of a loose delivery. 6 runs from this over so far. Much better delivery. That's a better line to finish off. 6 from it, 6 gone, 29 for 3.
Excellent bowling so far by the 7 districts bowlers. 2 wickets for Hafiz Almas, Abdul Ghaffar getting the wicket of Tehran Niazi. So all going according to the plan. Shahid Nawaz opening up with the maiden. So they've been all over Mideast Metals in the last, I would say, about 20 overs of the game. They've really dominated and they needed this victory. Still not quite secured, but they're well on their way. Shahid Nawaz continues from the academy end. And a big hoik across the line. Well, that's not going to help Irfan Ashraf.
He's bowled superbly, Shahid. The previous over, a maiden one, and did keep the batsman in check. And he will put that pressure on time and again. Irfan, he's on 8 of 13. Anwar on the other end, 6 of 6 for him. 182 runs needed of 83 deliveries.
Well, they have seen the blueprint of how to build a partnership by Rais and Lahiru earlier in the evening, so they can replicate that. Once again, no feet movement there, just trying to thrash the ball through the offside. And Shahid Nawaz is just too quick for that.
He will constantly get that ball to move away from him. And for a variation, the one that probably will come in. The batsman wouldn't want to play the entire over out without a run. They know how important it is for their scoreboard to keep ticking.
Yeah, they've kept a long on, deep cover and the leg side sweepers for Shahid now. Good to see a slip in place. Mid-off is still up, so they're challenging the batter to go aerial down the ground. left a bit of a carrot for him. Oh, that's a brute of a delivery. Stifled appeal. Umpire remains motionless. And that was too good to hit, to be honest. Look at that late movement. Just held its line. That's an absolute Jaffa from Shahid Nawaz. So once again, this pitch will support the fast men with the new ball.
So over number 7 in progress, and Ahmed, if you just push our attention on to that asking rate, it's touched that 14 run and over mark, almost touched the 14 run and over mark, and things, when the moment it hits that 12 run and over, things will start to look very, very difficult in a T20 format.
It most certainly is, especially the way Shahid Nawaz is bowling. Absolutely fantastic. Irfan Ashraf all at sea, just can't lay bat on ball.
4 dot deliveries on the trot. Is this going to be another maiden over for Shahid?
Yeah, that almost happened yesterday as well. Back-to-back maidens. Really is in good rhythm. The ball is coming out of the hand very nicely. Excellent seam position. Oh, he's bowling quick leg breaks here. Absolutely stunning.
The keeper's enjoying this as well. He is enjoying the view from behind the stumps. Trust me.
Oh,
That's a good delivery that. What
good luck with that, Charvi. Good luck playing that. Absolutely brilliant bowling from Shahid Nawaz. He's been one of the standout fast bowlers.
Even if he got a little air onto it, he would have gotten caught.
Well, like the great Sunny Gavaskar says, sometimes they're just too good to hit. He would know, having faced the greatest of them all as an opener. And Shahid Nawaz. Can we see 2 back-to-back maidens from the same bowler in the Arabian Cricket League? That would be a very unique feat indeed.
Final delivery of this over. Shahid Nawaz this time. And the jinx is broken. They get the single to end the over. 7 gone. It's 30 for 3.
Another left arm spinner being introduced. Interesting. Haider Ali just bowled 1 over and he's handed over to Mohammad Zamir Abbasi. Another quality bowler. Slightly taller than Haider, will get that extra bounce. So let's see what he can produce here, because Mid East Metals are under serious pressure. Required run rate is at 14 runs per over now.
Short of length. A little wide as well. Waited for the ball all the way till the last minute. Get that strike to rotate. Look busy. That'll be the message for the MEM batters out there in the middle. 31 for 3. And a change of bat once again for Anwar.
Well, let's hope that brings a change in fortunes, because Mid East Metals are going nowhere with this approach. Struggling to lay bat on ball. The pace bowlers of 7 districts have been untouchable. Perhaps looking to go towards cow corner with the spin. Or down the leg side. That's a shocking delivery from Zamir. And it's pretty much a gift of a boundary.
It's pulled away was going down the leg. Took his helmet off as well for better view. And the ball did go down fine, leg boundary for 4. Look, let's have a look at that. Was going down the leg. Just had to touch it. Use the pace of the ball.
Yeah, that's a very poor delivery from Zamir. An absolute gift. Ali Anwar will appreciate that. Oh, this time trying to swing towards the leg side, inside edge. That could have gone absolutely anywhere.
The intent is not so bad from Anwar Ali. He knows that he's got to get after the bowlers. So he's doing all the best that he can. Quicker delivery, pulled away in the air for a while, but the fielder from backward square leg will come in. They want a couple and they will get them comfortably.
Yeah, he backs himself against the left arm spinners, and rightly so, because just nudging the ball around is not going to help. They need to start counter-attacking here. Zamir, very skillful bowler, very experienced, so it won't be easy. This time just driven into mid-wicket. Well, they've picked up 8 runs, so it's not been a bad over, Chavi.
Now, there's always that one bowler as a batsman that you want to go after. And you're always on the hunt for that over that gives you a little bit of relief, especially after a bunch of tight overs that have been bowled. You're constantly in the hunt for that, and I think this has been the over for MEM, where some runs have come. 8 runs have come in this over so far, and they wouldn't mind this at all.
This time belted towards cow corner. It will plug in the outfield. It will be 2 runs. So Irfan Ashraf trying to break the shackles, and they've taken 10 in the end of it. 40 for 3 at the end of 8 overs. Shahid Nawaz only conceded 1 run in his 2 overs. Well, now they've got a couple of slips in and a gully. That's more like it. Proactive captaincy from Haider Ali. Big gaps in the offside. So they want to tempt Irfan Ashraf into chasing the ball outside off. Let's see if he does so. He's been struggling big time. And that's produced the outside edge, is it? Yes, it has. His tortuous innings finally comes to an end. Nicked off to the keeper.
Temptation, temptation and temptation. That's what it's called. You put the slips in place as a batter, you know, hey, I don't have to touch it. But that's when you make a mistake. Irfan, he's going to have to make that walk back. Let's have a look at that delivery once again. Comes in, steps out. Wanted to wide swing it, but gets that toe end edge. And a clean catch from the keeper. The 4th wicket to fall. Irfan, he's going to have to walk back, scoring just 13 of 11. It's 40 for 4.
New batter in is Noman Khan. Big striker of the ball. Usually bats in the top 3. Bit of a power play specialist, but tonight they tried a few things and it hasn't come off for Mid East Metals. They've lost the top order for not many runs. Now really up against it. 39 for 4. And Shahid Nawaz, he's bowling a dream spell. Fantastic. Oh, it's gone straight up. And, well, how have they let that go? Mohammad Haider left it for Haider Ali. It should have been his catch. And in the end, Shahid Nawaz is the aggrieved party.
Well, chances are created this way. And it is his catch. And just left it, and neither made the attempt, didn't even throw their hands at it.
Well, that's the way it happens sometimes, Shahid Nawaz. You have to move on. And Noman, very lucky to still be there at the crease. This time on the back foot, squeezed away to point. And just that change in the field has made the batters even more nervous here, Chavi.
Absolutely, they have. And look at that asking rate has reached the 15-run mark now. They need 15 every single over if they have got to get to that mammoth total. Another 172 runs required to win
Yeah,
for
that's looking mighty difficult. Certainly an uphill task. Would take something absolutely miraculous. Meanwhile, 7 districts, their fast men are chipping away, looking dangerous. Big swish across the line. Well, you have to at least play the ball on its merit and not create a shot of your own.
You know, you've got Shahid. He's constantly hitting the deck in the same line, consistent, getting the ball to move a little bit away. You cannot put your foot towards the onside and slash through across. You've got to stay back a little bit and play that straight down the ground. Keep that bat straight, my friend. Only then will you connect.
And how dramatically this game has changed. At one stage, Middle East Metals were absolutely bossing it. Big hoik across the line once again. He's about a day late on that one and not playing with the straight bat at all. Well, this approach is not going to prove to be successful in the long term. Meanwhile, Shahid Nawaz might be delivering another maiden here in the Arabian Cricket League.
Look at those figures. 2.5 overs, 1 wicket, 1 run. And this particular one, he picked up a wicket at the very first delivery of the over. They've got 4 slips in place now.
Yeah, that slip cordon is getting crowded. It's like the waiting line at the Dubai Metro. And this time he's just crossed that mid-on fielder, spliced it. Abdul Ghaffar didn't know whether to take it front on or back. And another chance goes begging. And so does the maiden. 40 for 4 at the end of 9. Zamir Abbasi will continue. Well, Noman, perhaps his kind of bowling might be more suited to his shot selection. 3 fielders on the leg side boundary waiting for a catch if it comes. Oh, nicely glided, and it beats the short third and will kiss the boundary rope. Nicely played, Noman. A shot much more in control.
They will need to do a lot of that. Noman did get a change of the willow in that change of overs. 44 for 4 now. We are at the halfway mark of the innings. 10 overs are up.
Yeah, Zamir is just firing the ball in. Perhaps should look to flight the ball. They've given him a slip and a catching extra cover now. So bit of motivation for him to turn the ball, and once again clears that front leg, aiming for the leg side. Noman Khan, he's not going to die wondering, is he?
Absolutely not. He will look with that in. He's come out with that intent to go after, get as closer to that big total as possible. Comes in once again.
Slashed over the top of cover point. Was aiming to go behind point rather than in front of square. And yeah, of course, they need to get as close to this target of 2111 as 211. Of course, the net run rate permutations will play a role. Only the two top sides of each group advance to the Arabian Cricket League semi-finals, and net run rate could be the deciding factor if we're level on points. So certainly need to keep that in the back of the mind. This time Ali Anwar connects, and this time it heads into the car park. I hope Charvi Bhatt's Bentley is okay.
Thank you for, firstly, thank you very much for mentioning that I do have a Bentley and make it look that believable, though I don't. However, good shot, that very, very good shot. Got right on top of the shot and put it away with great ease. Will put a lot of pressure on Zamir. He's been expensive. He's into his second over, has given away 20 runs so far, and the hunt for the leather is on.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to find that one anytime soon. New balls, please.
.51 for 4, short pitch, up in the air, will that be taken? Yes, it will be, making no mistake this time round.
Well, Mohammad Zamir gets his revenge on Ali Anwar. That got big on him and just sliced it for a straightforward catch at backward point. Haider Ali this time making no mistake. So Ali Anwar gone for a quick fire 19. Look at that, extra bounce and turn, and that was always going to be held securely. Ali Anwar goes for 19. It's 51 for 5. Khurram Khwaja, the Mid East Metals captain, usually opens the innings, but now coming in at number 7 with his side in all sorts of strife. And Mohammad Zamir eventually got his man down the leg side, beats the keeper as well. They're not interested in the single because it's going to be 5 wides.
Down the leg, erring in line there, Zamir. You've got a wicket in the previous delivery. Keep that line tight, my friend. You got to keep that line tight, and this is exactly what we've been talking about in the beginning of the innings. When the going is good, do not err. It gives the batters a little bit of dominance over you as a bowler. 56 for 5. Final delivery of the 10th over coming up. Once again, we'll play it with all due respect for a dot delivery. 10 gone, 56 for 5.
Shahid Nawaz will continue his outstanding spell. And joining me in the comm box to witness this fast bowling masterclass as Jarvi takes a break, it's Samir Yunus. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I've just been admiring this spell from Shahid Nawaz from the back. Good evening to you, Ahmad. Good evening to everyone who's tuned in. It's the late hours of a Tuesday night here in Dubai, and Shahid Nawaz is putting on an exhibition of fast bowling. The batters have looked absolutely clueless against some quality outswing bowling.
Yeah, he's been right on the money. Excellent length and persistently getting that ball to nip away through the legs of Noman Khan this time. Well, he's had a torrid time against Shahid Nawaz. That one was just too quick for him.
4 slips in place and he chooses to bowl that leg stump Yorker. Shahid Nawaz, what a spell this has been. 1 for 2, just given away a couple of runs. He's unlucky to not have a much bigger figure on that wicket tally. Deserved at least a 5 for tonight for the way he's bowled.
He's been outstanding, and it was very interesting that they didn't even give him the new ball. Well, now they've pulled a slip out and posted him at square leg next to the leg umpire. Perhaps
expect a short one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a double bluff. Get him thinking about that bouncer. Oh, it is a bouncer. Just past the gloves. Beautiful bowling.
Waiting for my compliment. I thought you'd say, well called, Ahmed.
Well, even I knew it was there, but I didn't want to disturb Shahid Nawaz's rhythm. He's been absolutely on song tonight. 3.5 overs bowled. He's only conceded 2 runs.
This is amazing, isn't it? It's just really dented this innings of Mid East Metals, going absolutely nowhere. Now halfway done with the overs, half their side is back in the hut, and this is going just down the barrel for Mid East Metals.
This time he's nailed it. Brilliant pull shot from Noman Khan. Found something he recognized and dispatched it for 4.
He tried that shot about 20 times tonight and he's finally made a connection, Noman. He finally connects one against Shahid Nawaz, clears that leg and pulls it away down at the deep mid wicket where there's no one to protect you.
Well, if that was his intent, I think they made a slight miscalculation. They should have sent him to open alongside Faizan Awan instead of Tehran. More of a middle order player, but still a long way to go. Required run rate is above 16 and half the side back in the hut, dismissed by the bowlers. Slower delivery and couldn't find the gap, even though the offside ring is completely empty.
With lots of space there. Once he had passed that fielder who's quite inside the 30-yard circle, it's the captain there, Haider Ali. It goes straight to him.
So final delivery of a brilliant spell from Shahid Nawaz. 1 for 6 on the day. Absolutely outstanding, including a maiden. And you can see the spirits are high in the 7 districts camp. They had to fight to get to this dominant position. They were out of the game at one stage. And it's another dot ball. 1 for 6 in a spell of 4 overs. That is absolutely incredible from Shahid Nawaz. 60 for 5 after 11. Rais Ahmed coming into bowl. I believe he bowls a bit of leg spin. That's what he's imitating at the very least. Not given a slip just yet, so I guess he'll be a bit crestfallen about that. But he does have a catching mid-wicket and the mid-on up, very interestingly. Oh, poor delivery. Easily swung away towards mid-wicket for a single, and Khurram Khwaja is underway.
Well, if they've got absolutely any window of opportunity here with these metals, it's this one. Rais Ahmed, probably their sixth bowler tonight for 7 District. They'll have to go after him. They've got no other choice.
And the reason he's been brought in is because they're 6 minutes behind on the over rate. So Haider Ali needs some quick overs here from his spinners. Back cut, but straight to the point fielder, and this could be a half a opportunity for Noman Khan to really counter attack.
He's bowled well so far, Rais Ahmed, for his 2 deliveries. Been on point, batted well today alongside Lahiru Sundarwan. Put on a very important partnership.
This time another big swipe across towards the leg side. Good keeping by Farman Ali.
Some pretty one dimension from Noman today. He's tried to target that mid-wicket and square leg region with those big slog sweeps. Hasn't been successful most times.
Yeah, he could play the same ball over extra cover and he'd have a higher percentage of making a connection. Just needs to loft it over that fielder. There's plenty of real estate out there. Outside edge, burst through the keeper's gloves, and short third man giving chase to no avail. Another streaky boundary for Noman Khan.
Well, short third man is quite a tall man. Abdul Ghaffar looked to chase it down, but it was going away quite fast. A big outside edge there.
Well, you just got a bit of a trailer of Samir Yunus's infamous dad jokes. They're very, very bad, I can guarantee you that.
Aren't all dad jokes bad by default? That's the whole point of it.
That's true. And Rais Ahmed just fizzing that ball through quickly. Not getting a lot of spin, but a bit of overspin, top spin, hence that extra bounce. And he's run through his over very quickly indeed. Steady stuff. Outside edge once again over the keeper. Once again a chase for the big short third man. And once again it's a boundary, a carbon copy. This over's gone for 9, 69 for 5. Well, this is interesting. Mohammad Haider coming on to bowl. And good looking cut shot there from Khurram Khwaja. So it's very much about the part-timers now.
Well, 7 District have baked a cake with their bowling, and every one of them wants a slice of it. Haider Ali included.
Well, maybe that's a dad joke. We'll let our audience decide. It was a very awful analogy in any case. You just made me hungry for dessert. Oh, trying to swat that like a fly behind point. Not quite connecting there.
And if you notice, his delivery slide is almost bowling from behind the wicket, so not really too much of a rhythm on that run up.
Yeah, and he's a very tall lad, must be about 6'6", 6'5". So he really needs to use that crease a lot better. We'll get that extra bounce. And once again, Noman Khan It's either gone for 4 or it's a dot ball.
Now, this is where they need to capitalize, don't they? These are part-timers. Noman Khan, for the reputation he has of being one of the big hitters in their team, if he can't get these bowlers away, then there's a serious issue with his rhythm. He needs to go back and find some form.
Yeah, it hasn't been his most fluent innings, that's for sure. That's better. Forced off the back foot through the covers and to the fence. Beautiful shot.
A rare moment where he's played the ball to its merits. He's generally looked to heave on the onside, but this time the width was offered and he had enough time, absolutely enough time, to find that gap in the cover area for a rare boundary for Middle East Metals.
Well, now his runs have caught up with his number of deliveries faced. So perhaps could he launch here? Oh, nicely bowled. A bit of extra bounce for Mohammad Haider. And that had him cramped for room.
Yeah, they've done that well, these bowlers, even the part-timers for that matter. They haven't allowed them any full deliveries. Every time it's been either on a good length or back of a length. And that's what's been the secret of success for all of the pacemen that we've seen tonight, including those of Middle East Metals.
137 required of the next 7 overs. Well, if that happens, that would cause a serious ripple in the UAE domestic scene. Seems unlikely with the quality of bowlers who still have to come into the attack. Haider has just brought in the long off into the ring. Maybe a change of pace here, trying to tempt a big shot. Nope. Just a dot ball. Another misconnected heave on the leg side. 74 for 5. Rais Ahmed continues. Nicely watched there by Khurram Khwaja. But Wahab Hassan, the substitute fielder, very alert there.
Now Rais Ahmed giving him the same treatment, Khurram. Looping it up, giving him enough time.
Yeah, will he look to launch him as well? Nicely bowled in around that middle and leg stump. You have to play the ball. And because of his extra bounce, you have to give it due respect too.
137 required of 40, and we're seeing a forward defense from Khurram Khwaja.
Oh, this time quicker one. Nicely watched. And yeah, Rais Ahmed is doing exactly what is required. Bowling is over quickly and getting those dot balls in there as well.
Yeah, he wants to go home early tonight, and so do the 7 district team. That's cut away. That is almost in the gap. The point fielder getting there just in time. So another dot ball.
And they're not being able to rotate strike. That will be an issue. Fair enough, you're looking for those big shots. And umpire Asif Iqbal having a short word. Perhaps the fielder's just moving around there late. And rightly so, it's well within the umpire's right to tell them to be stationary when the ball is being delivered. Driven into the leg side for a quick single.
Well, the one thing we've seen in this tournament so far is that the umpiring standards have been really good, Ahmed. They've been very friendly with the players, played in good spirits, given them advices and warnings alike.
Absolutely. The spirit of cricket is something very precious to everyone playing in the UAE domestic scene. You have to give your opposition and the officials due respect. And no respect there for Rais Ahmed. Swiped over cow corner for a boundary. Good looking shot from Noman. 79 for 5 at the end of 14.
Full stuff there by Rais Ahmed for once, and Noman has been waiting for that all night. And when he finally saw it there, he found that gap at deep mid-wicket for a much needed boundary, but might just be a little too late here. 79 for 5.
So the lanky Mohammad Haider continues. Pulled away. And there's nobody at mid-wicket in the inner ring. That's a chance gone begging, I feel.
Yeah, you might want to have a more attacking field. Relatively new still. Not Ahmed Khaja. Ahmed Khaja is inside the box. That's Khurram Khaja, the captain. So used to saying your name, Ahmed, here. That's once again pulled in the same region, but this time they'll go for a single. A quick one, Lahir Sadharwan with a quick throw there, but not getting the stumps.
Yeah, he was struggling a bit there. Throw was off target. So the big hitter, Noman Khan, back on strike. Required run rate has leapt above 20 now, 23.1. So it's safe to say the result of this game is secure for 7 districts. Looking to belt that over point, but it was a slow one, nicely disguised.
Slow bouncer. Something new that has come up in the T20 format. We see a lot being speed being used a lot in some of these international leagues, but executed in a much better manner, obviously. This time it's Haider Ali who tries it out.
Yeah, I remember it was Sean Pollock who started that slow bouncer. This time he's latched onto it through the covers, and deep cover Shahid Nawaz has to pull out. Boundary.
Yeah, Noman seems to be finally finding some form here. He's been around for a while now. He's getting a few looseness and he's taking full advantage of those. Swatted away. The fielder down there is quite square. So he's using that free region in the covers. But now the fielder is placed where that boundary went. And long off will come up.
Yeah, perhaps tempting that shot once again. Coming around the wicket. And beats him. Nicely bowled. He's mixed it up quite well here. Has the potential to be a backup seamer, although they have 4 very good ones already in the side.
Yeah, they're really just trying to get in the mix of things. Always a good idea when you're well placed in a match to try out some new things, some experiments.
This time it swung away towards deep mid wicket. Fielder settling and takes a very good catch. It's Lahiru, the man of the moment, with an excellent grab.
He's putting his name up there for a man of the match performance. Scored a brilliant 70 to propel his team to 210, and now he's taken a superb running catch down at deep mid wicket to get rid of the danger man, Noman, who finally, after many swings and misses, has to depart. He goes for 30, and now it's 6 wickets down for 84 runs. So 6 wickets down. Race will continue and try and finish off very quickly here. They're short on the over rate, so we'll want to finish things off quickly. 16th over in progress. Oh, the big heave there. They're asking the question, but the umpire will want to go up and take a look. What do you think, Charvi? Good evening to you for one last time in the comm box.
Thank you so much, Sam, and good evening to you as well. And I think this is going to be a close call, and let's have a look at that. Got a bit of a chance to collect, but I think he's planted his foot firmly down on the ground. We'll have to double check that once again. We're just waiting for the signal from the umpire on whether he's out or not, because his foot was in the air for an additional minute. The keeper fumbled as well, and Khurram Khwaja slowly taking a couple of steps.
It took some time to bring that foot down, but it seems like he's going to be fine. Yes, I think the umpire signaled not out, so Khurram Khwaja can continue. In fact, it would be fair to say that his struggle continues on the crease. 4 of 11 for him now.
84 for 6. This is over number 16. And Haider Reis, I beg your pardon, comes in once again. The second delivery, Raiz Ahmed.
This is just a formality now, isn't it? It's just going through the motions for the bowlers and the batters. It seems like the batters too have given up. Just trying to finish things up. A full toss for Khurram Khwaja, and he is only able to get it down to that field at deep mid-wicket for just a single.
He's going to try and get Faizan on strike. Mustafa on strike for the first time. Right in the block hole. Good delivery, that very, very good tight line, that.
Yes, I might call him a part-timer, but he's bowled very well tonight. He's shown very good control despite being a leg spinner. Oh, that's hit right behind him. The fielder is there. He'll get some body onto himself. Abdul Ghaffar is a big lad. In fact, that's not Abdul Ghaffar. Almost seemed like him, similar height. But he'll stop the boundary. It'll just be a single.
Just confirming. 86 for 6 now. And that'll be the end of the over as well. 16 gone. 86 for 6.
Clearly in a hurry now, 7 District to finish things off. Haider Ali has been bowling those short ones all night. It's gone up in the air and it will be taken. Another wicket goes down for Mid East Metals. They've tried and tried and tried and they've never really gotten a hold of this innings. Haider Ali drops it short. It goes above the key batter's head. Had he let it go, it would have been an easy wide, but he chooses to hit that. And it fell straight into the fielder. In fact, that's a good effort by the fielder. Running catch.
And he will celebrate. Mustafa will take that walk back. And that's the 7th wicket to fall in the 17th over. So Kesar joins his skipper out there in the middle. Pitch it short once again. Will slam it straight down the ground.
Such a difficult ball to play that it never really arrives at you after it bounces. You have to wait an eternity till it comes. And then still you have to manufacture a lot of strength to get it away.
Fuller this time.
And how well has that gully fielder been placed? It went straight to him. Almost planned it out to perfection, Haider Ali. Getting some good overs under his belt. Not the most full-time bowler that 7 District have. Got some decent figures for himself tonight.
86 for 7. Once again, a bit of a nudge. Will get off the mark. Kesar is settled just for that single.
We just got a couple of deliveries to go in this 17th over. They've moved on to 87 for 7 now. From the beginning, this innings has just gone nowhere. They've been lost, they've been confused in the way they've gone about things. The approach hasn't been right, the intent hasn't been there. And that's thanks largely to some very good bowling led by Abdul Ghaffar, Hafiz Almas, and then of course a brilliant spell by Shahid Nawaz right at the top, derailing this innings of Mid East Metals.
So It's the final delivery to come up in the 17th over. Just pushing that fine leg fielder back on to the fence. Mohammad Haider pitched it short, just above the head of the batter there, and will be a dot delivery to end the over. 88 for 7 after 17. So, Khurram Khwaja, the man on strike. Rais Ahmed will continue. He's into the final over of his spell. He's given away 16 runs so far. Comes in flighted. Once again, trying to get through the overs as quickly as possible.
The Rais has bowled well tonight, albeit to some very ordinary batting. This one's in the gap, and they'll finally have something to applaud about Medias Metals. They haven't had much after the halfway mark of that first innings. As Ahmed Khaja pointed out earlier, they had been bossing the game in the first half, but after that it's been a slippery slope for them, and they've been sliding down at some pace.
90 for 7. Flighted this time, lofted, it's gone high up in the air and will reach the fence, the long off fence. The fielder was in the circle. What a good looking shot that from the skipper.
Khurram Khwaja collecting some boundaries here. We want to go back and talk to his friends about it tomorrow. It was a losing cause, but I did manage to get some runs in the end. Rais Ahmed will continue. Oh, he bowls a faster one. This one has gone right up, but it's gone behind the keeper. I'll just plonk onto the field. It'll just be a single there. This keeper crosses the strike over and in comes Kesar. Take a fresh guard to face this one last ball from Rais Ahmed. Be a good spell from him. Oh, that's nicely tickled away down the leg side, but not enough pace on it. The fine leg fielder will cut it off. So a dot ball to end things off. 18 done, just 2 more to go. Formality now here for 7 District. They'll be the much happier side going into the night. It's 95 for 7.
So Haider comes back into the attack for the final over of his spell. Pulls it away this time. Khurram Khwaja, he'll have to hurry. He makes it just in time.
2 for 12 in his 3 overs. Not bad figures for a part-timer. He can smile just like he's smiling now. He can afford to smile. They've had this game very much in control from the time Lahiru and Rais Ahmed put together that partnership. Never really looked like losing momentum at all. That's been pulled away, but there is a fielder there once again. It'll just be a single again. The fielder isn't able to hold on to it. The overthrow won't cost anything, and even if they did, 7 District won't mind.
Harmless runs these. 97 for 7. 10 more deliveries to be bowled in this match. And like you very rightly mentioned, Sam, not bad figures for a part-timer. He's bowled well, fairly well, Haider.
This victory will do well for 7 District. They've lost against 2 very good sides, Pacific and Future Mattress. So this victory, despite having an early setback with those 3 wickets, they've been ruthless. They've been comprehensive in the way they've gone about things. Very professional approach, very overall 360-degree kind of performance here from them tonight.
Wrong stepping, and he's going to have to do that again. 3 more deliveries to go in this 19th over. Pitch a shot, and yes, will be given a wide by the umpire. Won't let that go this time.
The previous time he bowled a short ball like that, Mustafa decided to pull that anyway, got that top edge. But Khurram, which doesn't have the same height as Mustafa, so he's not really able to get anything onto it. He's shaping up to play that pull shot. He knows very well that Haider Ali is going to bowl that short ball. But unfortunately, he's unable to get any bat. Takes some time to turn around there. Khurram Khwaja, the skipper of this side. He'll have a lot of talking to do tonight after this performance that his team has turned up with.
98 for 7 comes in once again. Haider.
Ooh, how has that missed the stumps? How has that missed the stumps?
Moved across the line completely. The ball was much straighter. Just went above the bails there. One more delivery to come.
This time it's full and it's heaved away onto the leg side, but again there's protection. So very good field placing and very good bowling here. Haider Ali has turned in a good performance here for his team. It's 2 for 16 for him, and it's 99 for 7 with 1 more over to go.
The final over has gone up in the air, and this will go a long, long way. Khurram Khwaja making it count all the way till the end, and has given Shehzad a maximum.
A maximum, but a little too late. In the last over, Khurram Khwaja, after all the mistimed shots that he's played, he decides to break loose and give it some serious force onto that. Shehzad Ali will bowl the last over, another part-timer, and why not?
Once
Shot again. And this time he's taken it. Short staff Khurram decided to make room and swivel over and pull that away. Got the elevation, but unlike the previous ball, there's no distance onto that. Easy catch for the fielder down there, deep wicket.
Slightly mistimed, and the skipper will have to walk back to the dugout, scoring 21. It's 105 for 8. So Hazrat walks out there in the middle to join Kaisar. Good fiery delivery for Shehzad that. Hazrat Bilal.
Yeah, known to be a big hitter of the ball, Hazrat Bilal, so he won't mind finishing the night off with a couple of big ones. Talk about big ones. He's had one and deposited that to the school down there. A slog sweep, a typical tail-enders hit for a maximum.
The Nelson on board now. 111 for 8. He's just pulled that away for a big hit. And he gets off the mark. Hazrat Bilal. Expensive over this for Shehzad, the last one to that.
Yeah, the fielders must be wondering, well, we've just got 2 more balls to go, a bit of work, and then we are done for the night.
It's been a long night.
Hazrat Bilal, he's sending out a message and he's saying you should have sent me at least 2 to 3 down, not at number 10. If you can hit big shots like that, yes, it's a part-time bowler, but it still takes some hitting.
Similar area, same location, and another maximum that was hit. It's just that final delivery of this innings to come up. It's 117 on board, and Hazrat Bilal, he's got 12 of 3. That'll be the final delivery to come in.
On course for a big victory, 7 district. That's going to be a massive margin to win by, and that will really help boost their run rate. This time he misses it. A short, quick one from Shahzad Ali. Makes no connection. And in the end, it's a big celebratory night for 7 district. They've been absolutely amazing in this matchup here against Mid East Metals. Yes, we thought it might be an evenly contested game. And it looked like that when things started off very well for the Middle East bowlers. But wow, what a performance this has been for 7 district. Amazing with the bat after that halfway mark. And even more amazing with that bowling performance. Look at that. All of the bowlers contributing and contributing well enough, except for maybe Muhammad Zamir. Yes, he picked up the wicket, but that run rate is something, that economy rate is something that he'll want to look back on and try and improve. But at the top, Abdul Ghaffar, Hafiz Alma, Shahid Nawaz, the pace is really 4 wickets among them and setting the tone for the rest of the bowling lineup. Muhammad Haider too, picking up those 2 wickets with that part-time innocuous pace of his. Kept losing wickets, Mid East Metals, just a 7 extra, so that too, something good for 7 district. In the end, they gave away only 117 off 8.
So let's quickly look through the summary. 7 district winning the game by 93 runs. And Lahiru, the top scorer for 7 district, 70 of 44 deliveries for him. Tehran Khan on the other side, 3 wickets for just 21 runs in 4 overs. Mid East Metals, top scorer Numan Khan, 30 of 29. And well, Khurram Khwaja following up. The skipper making a mark there on the card, 21 of 27 for him. But that's what the summary looks like for this game. Tonight, the 39th in the ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League, and 7 district, a must celebrate it. Tomorrow is going to be our day off, and we are going to be having a break in the games, but we will be back with an exciting game day after tomorrow, which is going to be on Thursday, the 24th of November, match number 40 between Gems Education and Galleon Cricket Club. So do make sure that you tune in back again at 9 p.m. UAE time while we bring you the live action. Stay with us just a few moments. On the other side, we'll have the presentation ceremony.
Check, 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 check. Check. Check, check.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome everyone to the post-match presentation of the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by FanCode. Before we begin, firstly we would like to thank the ICC. Ready? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome everyone to the post-match presentation of the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by FanCode. Before we begin, firstly we would like to thank the ICC Academy and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of a tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor SkyX.net, our official streaming partner FanCode, and our event partner TCM. In the 39th match of the tournament, 7 districts has defeated Mid East Metals by 93 runs. Commencing ahead, we'll now be announcing the name of the player of the match. The award will be presented by Mr. Tehseen Javed, our match referee. And the player of the match award goes to Lahiru Sandarwan for his innings of 70 off 44 and a catch. Outstanding performance by the young Sri Lankan opener, when the side was under pressure at 23 for 3. Thank you so much for your time. Lahiru, it's okay. It's okay. He can enjoy himself. He's a shy young man. Well, that's all from the post-match award ceremony. Join us on Thursday for more action from the Arabian Cricket League. Thank you so much. Take care and good night.